How is everybody staying cool out there in this heat? Probably some of y'all are in the tornado warning zone, aren't you? Some bad weather going around. Let me see who I have in here. Hey, Pooh Bear. She said, hey, Mama, love you. Love you right back, baby. You sang it today, girl. Was that today, Pooh, that you were singing? Was it live? Were you in there live? Or because I missed the live. But you sang that song, girl, in front of a packed house at that. I was so proud of you, baby. Alicia said, good evening, everyone. Good evening, baby doll, and welcome in. Thank you for the hearts, Alicia. How are you, sweetheart? Alicia said, hey, Pooh, how are you, sweetie? Witness Creation said, hey, Pooh and everyone, good singing. Wasn't she singing today? She was doing it. Welcome in, Witness Creations. Alicia said, everyone, please hit the thumbs up as you enter. She will greatly appreciate it. I sure do. I really do. If y'all take a second, I know sometimes you're on the TV, but try to grab that phone and hit that like button for me. And if you can't do it now, just try to make sure you pop back in later and do it. I'd appreciate it. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Saturday today and y'all are staying out the heat as much as you can. Let me see. Alicia said, good evening, everyone, and classy mods. Yes, welcome to all my mods. I appreciate y'all so much. Cecilia Mack, hello, darling. Welcome in, and thank you for the hearts. Little Dom said, hey, still classy. Hey, beautiful. KOK said, hey, still classy in chat. Hello, my baby doll, KOK. Crafty Leo said, hey, still classy, everybody. Hello, Crafty Leo. Hey, Maria, Lord, all my favorites right up in the front. Not that I have favorites, y'all, but you know what I mean. I love all of y'all. That did not sound good. But all my favorites, I'd say that about every one of y'all. I'm just seeing all these names that I recognize. That's what I mean by that. Pooh said, thank you, Mama. Yes, it was live. Oh, fabulous. You did great, baby. And I couldn't believe how many people was in that room. Was it a service? Was it a funeral? What was it, baby? Because it was packed. Loretta said, hey, still classy in chat. Hey, Loretta, welcome in, baby doll. Pooh said, hey, Miss Angie. And y'all took off. Sorry. I got to go back down, y'all, and find you. Let me see. Okay. Did that one. All occasion gifts. Hello, baby doll, and welcome in. Shant said, hey, sis, and everybody. Hello, Shant. How are you, sweetheart? Crafty Leo is sending hearts. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Shant, you staying out that heat, girl? I know you don't like that heat. You and heat don't get along. Sedona said, hey, everybody. Hey, Sedona. Rosebird said, hey, Deb in chat. Blessings all. Blessings right back at you, sweetheart. Brenda said, hey, still classing everyone. Hey, Brenda. Driven Fortitude is in the house. My co-host of the evening. You know she keeps this live going, y'all. She said, good evening, party people. Hello, Driven. Got your snacks, baby? Did you grab them before you came on? Donuts Craft Shop. Hey, sweetheart. She said, hello, everyone. Hello and welcome. Pooh said, I'm doing good, just tired, but I'm here. Well, baby, I love having you here, sweetheart. You rest. Just lay back and rest. Auntie's Gift Baskets and more said, hello, everyone. Hello, and thank you for the hearts. Hello, Monique. Welcome in, baby. Thank you for the leopard print there, Pooh Bear. Crafty said, yes, I loved it, Pooh. You sang that. She sure did. And was looking good, too, girl. Triple M Gift said, hello, still classy in chat. Hello, baby. Welcome in, and thank you for the hearts. Peggy said, good evening, still classy in everyone. Good evening, and thank you for the hearts, baby. Hey, Harriet. She said, good evening, everyone. Donna said, hey, classy in chat. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday right back to y'all. Lena said, hey, still classy in chat. Hey, Lena. KB23 said, hey, still classy in everyone. Hello and welcome. There's Miss Betty Dindy. She said, hey, still classy and basket makers. Happy Saturday. Here to give you my thumbs up. I'll watch the replay. Thank you so much for that, baby. I appreciate you. Pooh said, thank you, Crafty. Alfreda said, good evening, everybody. Good evening. All right. And now you're gone again. Sedona is saying, thumbs up, everybody. Yes, please and thank you. Driven is laughing. Devlin said, hello, everyone. Hello. Driven is waving. Peggy said, hello to all. Hello, Peggy. Sammy's World. Hey, girl. She said, hey, still classy in chat. Hello and welcome. Rosa Ray said, hello, new to the game. So happy to have you here, baby. We all welcome you in, and we hope we see you every Saturday at this time. Are you new to the gift basket community in general? Do you make baskets? Have you been making them long? Give us a little history, Rosa Ray. Alicia said, does anyone know how Hope and Katrina is doing? They're home and resting. I do know that, Alicia. I know both of them still has tests and things in the future coming up. But they are both home and resting. The last I spoke to both of them. So definitely keep Hope and Katrina in your healing prayers, guys. They are two very big part of this community, and they need our prayers, our healing prayers. And I know God will hear each and every one of our prayers, and we lift both of them up. Thank you, Alicia, for asking about them. Claudette said, hello, everyone. Hello. Pooh said it was a sing around. People from my church came together for a reunion. Well, how about that? That was so nice. And wow, a lot of people turned out for that. That's fabulous. Hello, Angela Norris. Hey, classy in chat. Hello, Angela. I can't help but every time I see your name to be looking for a picture of a grandbaby. You got some of the sweetest grands, and you and I swear, I know a lot of us do, but we be eating these grandbabies up. Sylvia said, hey, still classy in chat. Hello, Sylvia. Welcome in. Lena is saying, hey, hello. Shant said, I'm laying in this bed playing solitaire. You and your senior game. Your senior citizen solitaire game. We got to get you to another game, Shant. Something besides solitaire. Something more exciting. Pooh said, I got rained on. I was so wet. That's why I had the blanket on. I thought it was just part of your fancy attire, girl. It looked fashionable to me. Donna said, hey, Shant. Driven said, Auntie Shant, this heat is not an option, right? Donna said, hey, Pooh. Pooh said, hey, Donna. Dyrus said, hello and good evening, everyone. Hello, Dyrus. Hello, Charlie Shop. She said, good evening, still classy in chat. Good evening and welcome in. Driven said, how you feeling, Pooh? And I lost you. Hold on. Fudge sickle. Where did I stop? Okay. Driven said, how you feeling, Pooh? Okay. Pooh said, thank you, Mama. Of course, baby doll. Philly Gift Goddess said, hello to Still Classy in the chat. Hello, Philly Gift Goddess. How are you? I just came across one of your videos the other day. I said, I am missing you. I don't see you that much anymore. You got to start popping back on, girl. We miss y'all when y'all lay out off of YouTube for a minute or two. We be waiting. We love it. I remember, boy, when Claudia had her first video pop up, I'm like, there she is. Lord, I was missing me some Claudia too. We be missing y'all when y'all go away for a minute. Philly Gift Goddess. Okay, I just said that one. Karen, hello, baby. She said, hey, everybody. Pooh said, Driven, I'm doing good, just tired and cooling off. Charlie said, traveling, so we'll catch the replay. You drive careful, baby doll. Creative Living said, hey, still classy and everyone. Hello and welcome. Driven said, I had a whole Jamaican plate. I got to eat through the storm and the tornado warnings. I know, girl. Yeah. Don't none of us like that crazy. Well, there might be some people that like crazy weather, but I'm not one of them. There's Miss Jana. Hey, baby doll. She said, hey, still classy in chat. Hello, sweetheart, and welcome in. There's another one of my buddies, Queen in Indiana. Hello, still classy. Hello, sweetheart. Thank you for the red and black hearts, baby doll. Welcome in, Queen. Baby Nikki said, hey, classy. Hey, baby Nikki. Welcome in, sweetheart. Creative Living is saying Driven. Driven said, yes, please, stay cool. Courtney said, hello, still classy and everyone. Hello, Courtney. Queen is saying, hey to the chat. Alicia said, we got 83 watching and only 44 thumbs up, y'all. We ain't even halfway there yet. I know it takes y'all a minute. Come on, y'all. Come on. I know some of us are up there in age, but we can move faster than that. We can move our arms and thumbs a little faster than that. Let's get them caught up. Driven said thumbs up, please. Yes, and thank you. Julia said hello, everyone. Hello, Julia. Driven is praying. Yes, uplifting hope and Katrina in prayers. Charlie said, I'm near you, Driven. Monique is giving prayers. Basket. Hey, Jeanette. She said, hey, still classy in chat. Hello, sweetheart. Hello, Rochelle. She said, good evening, still classy. I'm glad you made it in, Rochelle. How are you doing, sweetheart? Pooh said, she's worried about me and I'm worried about my sis Hope. I know, baby. I know. We ain't worried. We putting it in God's hands, baby. We got faith that he is going to do exactly what he said he's going to do. We don't need to be worried. We just need to lift her up in prayer and thank him. And thank him and believe. Rochelle said, sending prayers. Sherika, hey, baby. Lordy, and then y'all take off. Do. Give me a minute, y'all. Lord, it went way up that time. Okay, Sherika. Hey, Benita Bumper. She's in the house. Hey, sweetheart. Thank you for the hearts. Jonna said, now I know I'd already said hey to Jonna. She said, hey, still class in chat. I thought I had read that back up. But welcome in, Jonna. Hey, Patrice. She said, hello, everyone. Hello, sweetheart. And thank you for the hearts. Sean is saying hey to Donna. Pooh said, those are all singers. We losing a lot of people, and I enjoyed myself. I felt the spirit bringing back memories. Well, praise God. Let me see. Angela said, classy, yes, my little granddaughters, and we also have 5-year-old boy and girl twins, and they are precious. Absolutely precious. I know the last one, when she was sitting there listening to that music, the classical music at that, wasn't it? And she was feeling that music. That baby was, she was feeling the moment. It was so precious. Sean said, hey, Driven, no, this heat ain't playing with nobody. It sure ain't. Pooh said, bless you, Mama. Thank you, baby. Y'all know y'all gonna get a few of them tonight. Creative Living said, Crafty, Rochelle, Monique, Sean, and everybody. So hello, everybody from Creative Living. Donna said, hey, Charlie. Andrea said, hello, still classy in chat. Loving the beautiful leopard print. Yeah, I was just... I'm going to talk to y'all about those, y'all, and to tell y'all, I was this, what is the saying? I was this year old when I found this out. What's that saying? Somebody tell me the right way to say that. Meaning I just now figured this out.
Like today?
What are you talking about?
Today?
The saying, you mean?
Uh-huh. I was today years old.
Oh, thank you, Amari. I was today years old when I found this out. You know they be in there listening, y'all, to everything I say. Let me see. Jeanette said, classy, I'm in the bed playing Toon Blast and listening to the live stream. Lord, everybody old, laying back playing games. And don't nobody want to be out in this heat. Everybody in the bed playing games. Crafty Leo said, hey, Miss Terry. Deandra said, hey, still classy. Hey, baby, thank you for the hearts. Driven said, what's Toon Blast, Jeanette? Lord, gonna get Driven hooked on another game. I ain't never heard of it either. Crafty said, hey, Miss Nene. Halisa said, hey, still classy in chat. Well, hello, Miss Halisa. Crafty Leo says, Driven, where's my food? I see how it is. Jeanette said, it's a very addictive game. Blessing items to get to the next level. Oh, look, y'all, I'm wanting to bless the game now. We blasting items to get to the next level. Well, we can bless them to get to the next level, too. Creative Dissolution said, blessings to you, still classy and everyone. Blessings right back at you, sweetheart. Driven said, oh, man, you should have texted me, Crafty. Pooh said, I'm fixing to go make me and Ladybug some food. That's all I want is food. Nothing wrong with that, baby doll. And then get you some rest. There is Orange. Y'all, look who we have in the building. Orange said, hey, classy and everyone, popping in to say hello. I'll watch the replay. Miss y'all. You know I miss you, Orange. But I'm so glad you popped in, sweetheart. Everybody say hey to Orange. Tell her how much we miss her. I'm ready for her to start popping in a lot more. Hey, Rachel. She said, hey, still classing everyone. Go ahead and put them blankets in the mail. I know, Rachel. I know, girl. I knew you were going to love them. I'll text you my address. Yes, please and thank you. I know, girl. I cannot have enough of these blankets. Olympia Gaines said, hello, still classy in chat. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Right back at you, sweetheart. And y'all are gone again. Anyway. I got to sneeze anyway. Excuse me, y'all. Driven said, hey, Terry. Sedona said, I want the leopard print. I know, y'all. I can't give up my leopard print. I can share other stuff, but not my leopard. Crafty said, Driven, I will next time. Driven is sending hugs. Driven said, Charlie, what are you doing driving in this stuff? KOK said, prayers for a speedy recovery for Katrina and Hope. Absolutely, KOK. Crafty said, amen. Sandra Leitner said, good evening, still classing everyone. Hello, Sandra Leitner. Welcome in, sweetheart. Rochelle said, I'm hanging in there. So happy to hear it. Charlie said, it's not bad now, Driven. And Driven said, how near, Charlie? Philly Gift Goddess said, amen. Driven said, you on the highway? Rochelle said, just came from the grocery store. All right. So you getting out in this heat. Pooh said, I have faith. I was just shocked when I found out after everyone. I've been to myself, so I didn't know. And instantly, and that's why, Pooh Bear, she didn't want you to know. And I told her, I said, she going to be upset with you. But she did not want you worried, honey. She did not want you worried. And I'm like, Sean, it was not my place, to get on and say anything until they had come out and said what they wanted to say. Then I will speak on it. But until then, we have to respect each other's privacy. You know what I mean? But she was concerned about you, Pooh Bear. You would be the first one she would tell anything. But she didn't want to worry you at all. She loves you that much that she doesn't want to worry you. Loretta said, yes, prayers for Hope. Yes, and Katrina. Charlie said, Driven, I'm in Fort Washington off 410. Crafty said, I need those blankets to be moved out of my face. Unless you're going to send me all of them. I know, baby. I'd be feeling the same way if I was watching it on someone's live. Crystal said, hello, still classy. Hello, Crystal, and welcome in. Princess J said, good evening, still classy, everyone. Hello, baby, and welcome, welcome. Sean said, hey, creative living. Loretta said, hey, Crystal. Antoinette said, hey, classy, everyone. Hello, baby doll, welcome. Triple M Gift said, hey, Sean. Driven said, oh, okay, I think you're closer to Andrews, huh? Fudge. Okay. Tracy said, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Miss Tish said, now everybody who knows me knows I'm crazy about leopard prints. I did not know that, Miss Tish. I know me and Rachel are. I did not know you were. But I can see why. Crystal said, hey, Loretta. Miss Tish said, oh, yeah. Hey, everyone. Expressions of Grace. Hello, Sophia. How are you, baby? She said, hey, still classy in chat. Driven said, I doubt my brain will stay focused enough for that. Crafty is saying, hey, orange. Driven is saying, hey. Creative Living said, Crystal. Claudette said, bless you. Thank you, darling. Whitney's Creation said, hey, everyone. Pamela said, hey, still classy, everyone. Hello, Pamela. KOK said, every time I see leopard prints, Rachel and Classy always be in my head. Well, I'm glad. Because I tell you what, I don't think we can love it any. Nobody can't love it more than us. I told you, it's in every room of my house. I'm pitiful. It's even in my bathroom, y'all. It's my shower curtain and my floor rug in my bathroom. It's my throw pillows in every room. Driven said, yep. Driven said, plus they said air quality is like 700. Good gravy. Let me see. Inspiration Gifts and more said, Angela, good evening. Still classy in chat. Well, it is Angela saying good evening. Good evening, baby. Angela North said the leopard blanket from Family Dollar is so nice. I made a bat. That's what I had put on my ottoman. Them few really big ottomans I did for Mother's Day. That was the first ottoman to go. Those throws are really nice quality and big. They really are. Crystal Hall said, hey, Mama KOK. KOK said, hey, Crystal, sweetie. More Create. Hello, baby doll. She said, hey, classy in chat. Sean said, hey, Triple M. Lena said, hey, Orange Orange. Creative Living said, I'll take that leopard blanket on either end, right? You're not picky. You'll take either one of them. Deborah Burrell said, hey, Still Class and everyone. Hello, Deborah. Welcome in, sweetheart. Crystal said, hey, Terry. Rochelle said, I have a leopard skirt on right now. Do you really? I have so many leopard print shirts. I try to make sure I don't wear them because I said they're going to think I'm wearing the same one, and I'm not. I just have so many of them. S. Marie said, hey, Still Classy in chat. Hello, S. Marie. Have you sat your behind down for a minute to rest? I tell you what, you and Nicole. My Lord, y'all make me tired. You and Nicole. Every time I turn it on, y'all working. Jeanette said, you know, leopard print can go with any solid colors and look good in a concept. It sure can, Jeanette. And if that ain't funny, I didn't even do a concept using my leopard print. Creative Living said, S. Marie. But I didn't even put one together yet using this. I'm going to, of course. But why I have these out, y'all, like Amari said, I was today years old when I found this out. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, but I did not know, y'all. I did, and y'all know I'm always saying something on here to embarrass myself. Something I should know and did not. Did y'all know that the $20 one, the $16 one, the $6 one, and the $10 one are all the same size? I did not know that, y'all. I just assumed they were bigger. Now I get it now. They're different quality. One is a little thinner, and then the thickness goes up, and then some have liners, and some are just the more plushy velvet. Y'all, I just assumed that this blanket would be much smaller if you opened it up than that blanket. I thought this would barely cover the bottom of a chair, and that one would cover a twin bed or a queen bed. Did y'all know that, or was that really just me? Look at that. 50 by 60. 50 by 60. 50 by 60. 50 by 60. I just put these up here to say that. Is that just me, or did y'all already know it and I'm just embarrassing myself again? I did not know that. I did not know it. I did not know it. And I get it. They're thicker and they're different. I just did not know they were the same size. I didn't. Let me see here. Yes, ma'am, resting right now. You are my treat for working today. Oh, it's so sweet. I take that as a compliment. Let me see here. Crafty Granny. Hey, Carol, there you are, darling. Welcome in. Shant said, Pooh's, oh, you done left your mama out on the singing? Yeah, go back and look, Pooh. Shant, she posted it. Donna said, hey, S. Marie. KOK said, wow, they are folded to fool the eye. So you didn't know either, KOK? Thank goodness. I thought I was going to be on here and everybody was going to be like, yeah, of course we knew that. S. Marie said, hey, Donna. Creative Living said, KOK. Sophia said, yeah, most throws are the same. Smarty pants, smarty pants. I did not know. And Driven said, yes, we knew. Well, some of you knew. All of you did not. Alicia said, oh, wow. Yes, I see the thickness differs now. That's it. Yes, well, I'm telling y'all, I don't mind admitting things I don't know. I did not know. I did not know. I did not till today when I was pulling out my animal print. And I said, well, good, and I went back and looked. I said, and I pulled out all of the ones that I had in the same color. And I said, Lord, I did not know that. I'm buffering, girls. Y'all got too much stuff on in there. You hear me, Amari? I'm buffering. Y'all got too many things going. Let me see. Rochelle said, hey, Orange, KOK, and Driven. Miss Tish said, I didn't know that either. Well, thank you, Miss Tish, for being honest. Shant said, I am today years old when I found, thank you, Shant. So, see, Driven, that's why we can't use the word we so loosely. Because Everybody did not know. 256 Unique Basket says, good evening. Good evening, sweetheart. Donna said, no, I didn't know either. J. Shell Gibson Moore said, hey, Miss Still Classy in chat. See there? Somebody else didn't know either. Donna did not know. Let me see. Boom, boom, boom. KOK said, hey, Rochelle. Alicia said, I didn't know that either. Thank y'all. I swear I thought I was about to embarrass myself. Ladam said, I would have never guessed it. Me either. Me either. There is just no way I would have thought that. This little thing here is so light and small, I would have never guessed that it is the size. And I don't even care that that one's thicker. I would just never have thought that something this light and thin could open up and be the same size as one of those. I would have said that no way. If somebody would have asked me, I would have sworn they were different sizes. Let me see. Ladam said she would have never have guessed. And then Jeanette said, how dare the blanket makers bamboozle us? Leola said, hey, Still Classing everybody. Hey, sweetheart. Alicia said, or is it a different company? Well, no, it doesn't have any. Every blanket I pulled out, every throw I pulled out was like that. It's just the thickness is different. This one is much thinner, much lighter. Then we go up, and that one's much thicker. And then that one actually has a liner to it, so it's even a better quality. And then that one over there, like I said, has that velvety plush softness to it. You know what I mean? That just feels good to you. But yeah, I just did not know they were the same size. I always knew, obviously, the thickness and quality was different, but I did not even assume they were the same size. I just didn't. Let me see. Or is it a different company? And KOK said, nope, I didn't know. Ain't shamed either. Right, KOK? We learn something every day, don't we? Absolutely every day. Crafty said, we knew, LOL, just a different quality. No, we did not. No, we did not. Y'all did, but not we. We did not know. I think it's about split, y'all. I think it's about split on who knew and who didn't. Let me see. Rochelle said, hey, Crafty Leo, more create, Still Classy. Still Classy, I didn't know. More didn't know either. Crafty said, hey, sis, Rochelle. Allie Angels Design said, hey, everyone. And Still Classy, hey, darling, welcome in. Claudette said, I didn't know that either. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for your honesty. Jeanette said, now I got to check my CVS rolled and folded rows, right? We're all going to be looking to see what size everything. Now, some are actually blankets, though, and I think that's probably going to be the key. But even though these are throws, I still didn't know throws was more or less a standard size. And then, yes, blankets, of course, will be different. But, I mean, we live and learn, right? Claudette said, I didn't know either. Jeanette said, now, okay, I got to check. Sedona said, no buffering on my end. Oh, okay, great. It was buffering on my laptop. Sophia said, a throw is usually 50 by 60. Occasionally, you can find one for 60 by 70. Gotcha. Gloriously Crafted said, hey, everyone, I just logged in. What are y'all talking about? I was just talking, asking how many people knew that all these throws that we get, you know, the different price throws, the little one, the medium, the large, and the largest are literally all the same size, 50 by 60. I didn't know that. I thought like I said, I knew that the thickness was different, but I did not know the size was the same. And that's all we were talking about, baby. Creative Living said the Sherpa ones are thicker. Oh yeah, they're definitely thicker and lined, and the other ones are not lined. Let me see. LBE said, hey, Classy in chat. Hey, LBE. Girl, you know I'm busting to tell your stuff, and I'm going to leave it up to you. I'm going to leave it up to you. I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let LBE do it. Let me see. Where did that just go? S. Marie said, welcome in, everyone. We have 127 watching with 93 likes. Please like the live if you haven't already. Yes, please and thank you. We are getting them up there. We're getting them up there. Y'all keep on going. If y'all just popped in, take a second and hit that like button. Y'all know I appreciate it. So Donna said, hey, LBE. Creative Living say, you lane. Tiffany said, hey, everybody. Driven said, I'm going to repeat that we statement to you the next time you, girl, Driven, you know I say we all the time, but I normally turn right behind it and try to say, when I say we, I mean me. I say that all the time. The ones we got from Pop Shelf or Roses or Dollar General, I say it all the time. I do say we all the time, and I'm forever correcting myself. Hey, Nessa, she said, hey, class and everyone in the chat this beautiful evening. Hello, darling. Everyone is trying to stay out this heat. That's what we're trying to do. And Nessa, half of them laying up in the bed playing video games. Driven said, good evening. Crafty Leo said, I see a lot of wees didn't. A lot of wees did not, Crafty. A lot of wees did not. Alicia says she is 6 away from 100. Please don't forget to hit the classy doorbell, also known as the thumbs up. Thank you, Alicia. LBE said, who that using my government name? Sophia is laughing. Driven said, right at Crafty. S. Marie said, E. She said, oops, E. Driven said, well, Elaine, you got your do not disturb on your phone? Right. For everybody wanting to know what I'm talking about. Nope. I can't tell people's business. They got to tell their own business. Let me see. Miss Tish said, hey, Nessa. Crafty Granny said, General Dollar. Carol, what you talking about, General Dollar? KOK is laughing at Driven. Miss Tish said, LBE, sup, girl. Driven said, CBS as well. DeWanda said, hello, still classy. I didn't know. Thank you for that, darling. Carol said, blanket, General Dollar. Oh, you mean Dollar General, Carol? Did you repeat that wrong a second time? Carol, wake up. Or are you meaning General Dollar and you got me all confused? Lord, me and Carol forever cutting up, saying stuff. Georgia said, hey, still classy. I'm so glad I have a chance to see your live. I try not to miss one. I learned so much from you as a new basket maker. Thank you for sharing. Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate those sweet words, darling. And I'm so glad you made it in as well. Driven said, KOK. Miss Adams left me on read today. LBE said, let LBE do what? Tell your blessings, baby. Miss Tish said, hey, sis, Lena. Oh, yeah, y'all, Lena is my little sister. Now, LBE, see, why you going to come out and ask me that? Because you know everybody already going to know what I'm talking about. And you know I ain't going to tell it. And you know you ain't going to tell it on here. You gonna do your own live or short or something. Let me see. LBE said, I miss what you said. I'm working the concession stand for my sister-in-law. Uh-oh, go on, girl. You out there with all that noise. I thank you for popping in for me, though. Miss Sally said, hey, still classing everyone. Hey, Sally. Driven said, oh, apologies are in order, sis. You've been working. Driven said, indoors, I hope. KOK is laughing at Crafty Granny. Carol is hilarious, KOK. Lord Jesus, you ought to see some of my texts I get from her. and she from me. Me, her, and Shant, boy, we're in a class of our own. KOK, I can include you in with us. Baskets Beyond said, hey, still classy in chat. Hope said, hey, Hope. Y'all, there's Hope popping in. Now, that's one I hope is laying in the bed, doing what she's supposed to do. Welcome in, Hope. Girl, we are praying for you, lifting you in prayer every day, sweetheart. You make sure you are resting. Lay there and just listen. Crafty is laughing. Driven is giving Hope hugs. Lena is saying hey to Nessa. Jeanette said, classy, I had to cut my game off because it's using up my battery power. Plug your laptop in. Lena said, hey, Tish. Angela said, hey, Hope. Jeanette said, hey, sis, Hope. Let me me see. LBE said, I'm trying to stay hydrated at KOK. It's hotter than a fat Polish. Lord have mercy. It's hotter than a fat Polish sausage on a flat top grill with a side of onions and peppers. Lord, that's hot. That and LBE, I know you don't like being hot. Do you have a fan out there, baby? Crystal said, hey ho. Driven said, oh yeah, this is Saturday night community therapy session, so I gotta have, what is that? I don't know. Girl, you know I can't see emojis, so y'all got to look at them emojis. I can't see them. Let me see. Antoinette said, hey Hope. Hope said, thank y'all. Jeanette said, LBE, you are funny. Donna said, hello, Hope. Good to hear from you. Blessings to you. Esther Marie said, ooh wee, now that's hot, E, right? Alicia said 133 watching and 166 thumbs up. Is that true? Do we have more thumbs up? KOK is laughing at LBE. Margon said, yeah, right, and leave it to me to mess up what she was saying. I'm going to call it a polished sausage. LBE is laughing. LBE said, yeah, it's a fan right next to me. I bet you wouldn't be surviving if it wasn't. LBE says, she better be glad she paying me, right? Lena said, hey, crafty granny. Erica said, hope, hey, all the heavy hitters in the house tonight. Hey, loves. Let me see. Driven is laughing at LBE. That's what I thought, 116 thumbs up. I didn't think that other number was right. That would have been nice, though. Alicia said, sorry, typing too fast. Yeah, I didn't quite think that one was right. Margon said, I also had no idea about the leopard blanket size either. Really, Maria? Thank you for your honesty. It seems to me that more did not know than did know over to the wee peanut gallery. We all did not know. Driven said, batteries got to be charged. Oh, gotcha. Thank you for explaining. Anyway, y'all, that was the main thing. I don't have a lot tonight. I just have a couple of things that I have thrown together to just kind of give y'all a really quick idea. Some of them are not even staying together that way. I know that just like some of my other ones that just popped on that are, very new to the community. Crafty said, we on this side knew. We on this side did not. But anyway, y'all, that's in all fun. But yeah, I did not know. That was very interesting to me. And I just thought that I would share that with you guys tonight. For those of us that did not know. So that the other ones could make fun of us that did not. And that we could make fun of the ones that did. Anyway, y'all, let me try to get this mess down. But y'all, this here is one of my favorites. A hanger at Family Dollar. I love the feel of that one. Love it. Anyway, I am just pulling out blankets and kind of putting stuff with what I've got. Let me see. Let me show you what I'm talking about over here. Like I just pull out, I've told y'all before I do this, I pull out stuff and kind of group stuff together. And I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if any of y'all have gotten any of these, if I can go that low, any of these little sunflower boxes. This one over here I actually got from a yard sale, which I got to tell y'all about my experience at my yard sale today. But these that we got from Roses, and when I say we, I mean whichever ones of us did get it. I know all did not. But I'm going to put that. I found a box that I thought that would go really, really pretty in. So I'm going to, I found that and pulled that out. I found these. These were some of the ones from the, that we got from Roses. And those go perfect with them heart box. God, I wish I could have found more of them heart boxes, y'all, at Dollar General. So many concepts I want to do with that heart box. But look how perfect one of the other concepts, the tumbler and blanket goes with that box. And those were also the ones from Roses, right? So that if you've got any of them left over that you did not use, if you bought more, which I bought a bunch of them, y'all, because I love them. I had bought a bunch of those and in the men ones. So I have a lot of these tumbler and blanket sets, and then things will come along, like you say, that you can just put with something, and I know that is going to be so beautiful in that box right there. And a lot of the boxes don't have the same thing on the actual front of the box that they have on the top, but this one does. There's actually sunflowers on the front of that box. So no matter how I design this one, it's going to look so pretty in that box. And I'm pulling out my Family Dollar blankets. Those are the ones that I'm mainly doing right now. And I know a lot of y'all don't like keeping things in a box. And y'all know I have started taking out things, but baby, I will leave things in a box as well. Um, a lot of the things you're seeing tonight are going to be in a box, because if I take it out the box, now I got to open it up, put cardboard in it. I'm not going through all that. If that box can hold my blanket and keep it firm, and I can still put it in a concept, guess what? That's what class is doing, because I'm not fighting with no cardboard. I'm horrible with refolding a blanket on cardboard, although I can do a blanket. Okay, I can do a blanket, but robes and all that stuff, I can't do that. I can't do all that. Let me see. I think some other people have popped in. Crafty said, we on this side, New York area. Hey, Stephanie. She said, hey, classy and happy Saturday, basket designers. Lena said, yes, Lord, hope, praying for you. Baskets Beyond said, what's the story with the leopard blankets? I was showing how all of those are the same size. That was it. And I did not know the $6 one, $10 one, $18 one, and $20 one are all the same size. I knew they were different quality, but they are actually all the same size. And I was asking who knew and did not know that. Set Apart Essentials by Rhonda said, hey, everybody at LBE, stay hydrated and at Hope, praying for you. Yes, thank you, Rhonda. Stephanie said, I missed some of this video. What's going on? I just explained that part, Stephanie. And I know you probably one of the ones that did know, but I did not know they were all the same size. Philonda said, hello, still classy and everyone. Hey, Philonda. Our coop is showing the hearts. Thank you, baby doll. Often Occasion said, hey, still classy and designers. I haven't been able to catch a live in a while. Well, I am so glad you made it in, sweetheart. Right, KOK? Is that sunflower box not perfect? Nessa said, that's really pretty. Isn't it going to be? Oh, girl, that's going to go so well. That sunflower set is cute and bright. Yes. The minute I was out in my shed pulling out boxes and containers, and I saw that, and I said, wait a minute. I think one of my blanket and tumbler sets have that on there. And I've got them already bagged up in my shed. And I went to opening up bags, looking through my blankets. And I did not even realize while I was looking for the sunflower one, I found the one with the bow. And I said, Lord, that one would go perfect with the bow box. And didn't even realize that. So a lot of times, y'all, we can have containers that look absolutely perfect with something. Let me see. Nessa said, that's really pretty. Thank you, baby. Patrice said, that sunflower set is cute and bright, isn't it? Driven is showing the sunshine. Sophia said, so nice. KOK said, classy. I'm going to duplicate that concept with my own tumbler and blanket from my inventory. I know, KOK. That is absolutely perfect. Nicole said, hey, still classy in chat. Hey, baby. Driven is waving. Driven said, hey, everybody. Rhonda said, I still have some of those blanket sets, and I'll add tumblers to it as well. I have a lot, right? I do too. I love those blanket tumbler sets. Driven said, thumbs up, everybody. Are you saying we need 25 more thumbs up? Carol said, what's wrong with Hop? Oh, Carol, with Hope. Oh, she's been in the hospital, baby, and she's home resting now, but she still needs healing prayers. Driven said, Hope is recovering. Yes, she is. Yvette said, hello, everyone. Hey, Yvette. Driven said, she was in the hospital, Granny. Yes, Crafty, she has been. Carol said, oh, Hope, I will be praying for a quick recovery. Love to you, Hope. Yes. We are all praying for her. So anyway, y'all, These are just a couple of super, super easy. These are for my beginners and for anybody that's just trying to put some really quick, inexpensive gifts together. But they're larger, y'all. And y'all know what I've already said about size, right? We can put one of them blankets and keep it down low and just do something small with it. Or we can make it feel a little bit more grand and bigger by putting it in a bigger box. And you end up reaping more money back for that. Okay. So that this is just some ideas using the same boxes I have been using that we got from Dollar General, and one of the wicker woven baskets that we got from Dollar General. And what do I have behind me over here? I think those are all still them boxes as well. So anyway, this is some super, super easy. I've got some that I used in rolls. I just threw that thing over there, y'all. But this is, like I said, I was telling y'all, that's a good way. Get your blankets out. As you get your blankets out, just start pulling things out and putting things with it in a container or whatever. And then you can, your concept ideas will start coming together for you much, much easier. At least they do for me. So, but anyway, there's my first one in a box. That's using one of the rolled boxes. One of the rolled blankets. And I just put, that set was bought separate. This candle was brought separate. I had the green blanket and the potpourri, but I still needed something else. So I had, y'all know we got, here we go again, the we. A lot of us got a lot of these green. Let me see if I can. Here's the sunflower one I got from the yard sale today, y'all, for 50 cents. Isn't that one beautiful? That's a big box too, and it was 50 cents at a yard sale. I got to tell y'all my story about a yard sale. We went to a yard sale today, y'all, because it was, my granddaughter put that on her summer bucket list. Okay. She actually had a bucket list that she drew up and has it hanging on, leading downstairs. She put it on the ceiling part as you go downstairs. And she only put probably friggin' 75 things that she wants to do during the summer, and a yard sale was one of them. But anyway, I still needed a little bit more of stuff to go in there. So we always think, or some of us think, that we have to use the whole set when we put a concept together, and of course we do not. So I have still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces left in this one. So I could afford to take 2 pieces out of this and still have plenty more and this, to put in another concept. And so I just put 2 pieces out of this that would still match and go with that. And we got several different things that, will go with these kind of green sets. These things here, we got some, I don't even know. I know I had more stuff down here. I don't know what I did with it. But I'm pulling out stuff like that, a lot of this green stuff, so that I can make, baskets like that. And don't be afraid to break apart stuff and put it with other stuff, because it's still going to work. And now this one here, I'm definitely not leaving this one like this, but I just wanted to show you a pretty pop of color and a way for my newbies that think you have to put a whole lot of stuff. Now this one has a few more items, but you can go back and go to really basic and just make the pop of color go. But I'll be changing this one out because I like having my perfume bottle outside my box. But I just wanted you to see how pretty you can pop that red, y'all, for like Valentine's Day. And just get you some roses and make your own little concept. Pop it in there with a red tumbler or a red candle or whatever. So I was working that red and black to pull some bright colors with that, so that everything, you want to give everybody a bunch of color choices. You know what I mean? Some people love red. There's a lot of people that love green. Amari loves green. Some want blue. So I try to make sure that I have a whole lot of color choices with my gifts, so that people can pick, whoever they're looking for's favorite color. And y'all, that is literally taking one of these Family Dollar boxes of blankets. I left it in the box. And hey, y'all, that's even the ribbon that came with that one. Now, the other ones, I had to take it off. because they put the red even on the blue, they put it on all the colors. But just bringing that red and black out, look at that. You know what I mean? And it's literally, I brought my paper up, I put the blanket in the back, put a tumbler, I put my own roses together. Y'all have seen me do this 100 times with my roses. I pull my flowers out of my other vases, throw me a couple of roses in there, one of our Dollar Tree candles, and one of my perfumes that happens to be in red and black. And that pop of color is just gorgeous. And then I mixed some of my red and white shred and put some of that in there to just so it wouldn't be just all red shred or all white shred. I wanted it to kind of break up. So something that simple, y'all, takes literally 2 minutes to just grab something and put it in there, wrap it up, put you a nice, beautiful bow up on the top, and you're going to get a good hunk of money for that. Just because, it's large, it's got, it's nice to the eyes. So it does not have to be complicated for you to be able to flip these concepts and make some really, really good money on a very basic concept. Let me see. Let me see. Hey, Lisa Anderson, I see you popped in. Who else has popped in? Let me see. Margaret popped in too. Let me see here, y'all. I'm seeing people I didn't see before. Let me set up. Rhonda said I gave thumbs up from both channels. Let's get these thumbs up, everyone. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that, Rhonda. Mama C said good evening, classy and chat. Good evening. All of y'all who are just popping in, make sure y'all take a second and hit that like button for me. Hey there, Sonia. She said, hey, classy and chat. Hello, sweetheart. Margaret said, hey, y'all. Hey, Margaret. Welcome in, my sweet baby. S. Marie is loving the green. Thank you, baby. Crafty said, so pretty, classy. Thank you, darling. Hey, Lisa Anderson. She said, hey, classy and everyone. Welcome in, beautiful. KOK said, hey, Margaret. KOK said, hey, Lisa. Mama C said, hey, Driven. Driven said, love your brown boxes. Yes, thank you. Now, I did a blue concept in my brown box too, y'all. I didn't have anything blue that was blue on the outside. They're blue on the lid, blue on the vacuum, but then I didn't have any, but I didn't care. My blue concept went right on in that brown box too, y'all. I told you, I'm not worrying about that. They're going to be noticing the contents, not the color of the box per se. KOK said, love that gift. Thank you, KOK. She said, nice box. Thank you. Lisa said, so pretty, the green. Thank you, darling. Crafty is loving it. She said, beautiful. Thank you, darling. I like that gift basket, Angela said. Thank you, honey. Lisa said, hey, Crafty. Courtney said, hey, everybody. Hey, Courtney. Sophia said, very nice gift. Thank you, baby. Lisa said, hey, Courtney. Crafty said, hey, Miss Lisa. Margaret said, I love using the deco boxes. I absolutely adore them, Margaret. KOK said, summer to-do list. Yes, she did, baby. She did, and I'm telling you, she put 3 or 4 long columns. The thing she printed up is probably 3 feet long. I'm not joking. And she's marking them off too, honey. Alba said, hey, still classy chat. Hey, darling. S. Marie is loving it. Thank you, baby. Sophia said, gorgeous red. I love red and black. Y'all know that's my colors. So I love red and black. Lisa said, hey, Alva. Carol said, well, the barn just burned down, classy. That red is fire. Thank you, sweetheart. Angela said, yes, all different colors. Yes, we have to have a bunch of different. If I put my favorite colors all the time, I would be having red and black, gold and red, those kind of colors. But we have to give other colors. Driven said, yes, KOK. Danielle's list was extensive, but practical. I love it. Yes, I sent it to Driven. KOK is loving the roses. Yes. Crystal said, hello, Lisa. Lisa said, hey, Crystal. Never in a Million said, hey, classy and everyone. Okay. Never in a Million. You should have not come up in here tonight. Now, girl, you better be glad I don't have your phone number, Never in a Million. Your phone would have been ringing off the hook. Girl, you got to come to counseling with me, Never in a Million. What is happening to you, girl? Y'all, Never in a Million. She's even admitting it. She is turning into a major shopaholic, y'all. Never in a million. Girl, what is going on with my girl? Oh, you know what, Never in a Million? All you are doing, Witness Creations, you in here? I want y'all to remember this, because when they do another y'all remember we were in here talking about new categories, right? Y'all knew we were looking for that, right? There's two categories that me and Never in a Million was going to be, neck and neck on, right? One of them was going to be hands, right? Who uses their hands most? Me and Never in a Million, we the hands kind of person, but we were also the most frugal, right? We were now Never in a Million. You done knocked that off and gave me first place, so that's okay. What else you gonna do? You gonna stop showing your hands now so I can win that category too? See, you done knocked yourself out of being the most frugal. Now I'm in the running all by myself. Let me see. Rhonda said, love it. The red is popping. Thank you, baby. Lisa said, oh, that's pretty. Yes, Lisa, that red and black, baby. Let me see. Where did y'all? Why? Uh-oh, y'all. It won't let me go back. I don't know where I left off at. Let me see if I'll hit refresh. My whole screen froze. I guess God was telling me I can't be over here fussing with my whole thing is frozen. It won't even come back up. Hold on, y'all. It was telling me I can't be fussing with Never in a Million. It done froze up on me. Lord Jesus. Where did we go? Okay. Let me see. Uh-oh, I pinned somebody's message. I don't even know how I did that, but it said message pinned. Okay, it won't let me go back, but so far. So let me see. This is as far back, so if I missed something, I'm sorry. It's letting me go back as far as Donna Taylor saying beautiful red and black. Thank you, baby. Angela said, mother, hey, which means Never in a Million. I don't know why it does that. Creative Design said, your concepts are all so lovely. Thank you, sweetheart. Margaret said, I love that. Thank you. Esmarie is giving applause. Is that what you're doing, baby? Donna said, hey, mother. Oh, hey, Never in a Million. Y'all, I don't know why it says that. Crystal says, hey, mom. And it's Never in a Million. T said, hey, this is my first live with you, beautiful lady. Well, thank you for popping in. I hope this isn't going to be your last. I hope I see you in here every Saturday evening, darling. Appreciate you so much for coming in. Lena said, hey, Crystal. Leola said, I just love the red concept. Thank you, baby. Brenda said, hey, Crystal. Never in a Million said, hey, Lisa, KOK, Angela, Crystal, Donna, and all the Basket family. Crystal said, Lena. Witness Creation said, beautiful. Thank you, sweetheart. Witness Creations, you are taking notes, right? You are taking notes. Crystal said, hey, Brenda. Lisa said, hey, T. Brenda said, hello, S. Marie. Princess J said, very beautiful. The red makes it popping. Thank you. Lisa said, hey, Miss B. Miss D said, hey, still classy. Been out of commission for a while, but I am back. So happy to have you back, Miss Dee Dee. Philanda said, I love both of the gift concepts. Thank you, sweetheart. Lena said, love that red. That's definitely my favorite. Alicia said, we have 170 watching and 147 thumbs up. We almost there, y'all. Come on, let's keep it going. Let me see. S. Marie said, welcome into. Yes, so happy to have her. Loretta said, hey, Never in a Million. Brenda and S. Marie. Brenda said, hey, Lisa. Rhonda said, love how you did the red. Thank you, baby. And that was the easiest one of all. S. Marie said, hey, Brenda. Lisa said, hey, S. Marie. Alva said, hey, Never in a Million. Crystal, Alicia, and Elisa. S. Marie said, hey, Loretta. Lena said, hey, Never in a Million. Brenda said, hey, Loretta. Kay said, hey, Classy. Hey, Kay. Welcome in, sweetheart. Never in a Million said, hey, Loretta and Alva. S. Marie said, hey, Lisa. Whew, y'all, I'm skipping some of the haze. Y'all seeing the haze. Monique said, beautiful gift, still classy. Thank you, baby. Alicia said, those are absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Alicia. Brenda said, beautiful baskets. Thank you. Monique said, hey, Lisa. S. Marie said, Kay, I missed it. Please go back. Lena said, hey, Alva. Brenda said, hello, Monique. Loretta said, very nice gifts. Kay said, hey, Chatty Chat. S. Marie is speaking. Angela is laughing. Never in a Million said, the sales are selling. They sure are. And you, girl, never in a million. Never in a million. Monique said, hey, Never in a Million is laughing. S. Marie said, oh, never in trouble, ever. Let me see. Alicia said, never in a million, you in trouble. Loretta said, hey, Driven. She was my standby, y'all. She was always the one in here with me, defending me for being so frugal, right? And look at her now. Rachel said, never in a million, tell her the devil made you do it. Right, Rachel? Oh, Lord. Rhonda said, what? Never in a million? Yes. Y'all remember that, y'all. I know it's going to be a year away before the next community award show, but y'all remember, don't, I know everybody's in their mind, never in a million, frugal, still classy, frugal, never in a million, Y'all, how many people's in here right now, y'all? We got 100-something people in here. Y'all remember, never in a million is not frugal, y'all. She is not frugal. She's been knocked down to 3rd, 4th, 5th place, somewhere down there. Let me see. S. Marie said, right, Alicia, I couldn't even get it out. And Driven said, spirit fingers. Yes, yes. Spirit fingers. Crafty said, never in a million, met y'all and started shopping till she dropped. Right, Crafty? She is, girl, if I knew her number. Oh, I already told her I was going to come get her car keys. Auntie's Gibson Moore is laughing. Alicia is laughing at S. Marie. Boo, boo. And y'all are gone. Oh, God. Let me see. Never in a million. Okay, I read that one. Auntie's Gibson's laughing. Alicia's laughing. Crafty is saying, never in a million. Witness Grace said, I'm here. Lisa is laughing. You better be taking notes. S. Marie is saying, hey, Monique. Alicia said, you are still here, hon? Triple M gives us beautiful concepts. Thank you, baby. Maria said, driven, not spirit fingers. Right. Lena said, hey, S. Marie. S. Marie said, just a bunch of bad influences. Right, right. Driven said, we have quite a few. S. Marie said, hey, Lena. Driven said, they be on a roll. Crafty is laughing. Andrea said, the concepts are absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Andrea. I appreciate that, baby. Lena said, hey, Witness Creations. Kay is laughing. Brenda said, hey, Leo. Driven is waving. Crafty said, hey, Miss Brenda. Patrice said, I am loving those. Thank you, baby. TP Customs said, hey, y'all. Hey, TP Customs. Welcome in. Let me see. Nelvin is saying, hey, everyone. Hey, Nelvin. S. Marie said, skipping them haze. Girl, S. Marie, there's a lot of haze going on in here, girl. My throat. I got to take a swallow of coffee, actually. I want everybody to keep speaking to each other. I just can't read them all. Denise said, hey, everyone. Hey, Denise. Never in a Million is saying, hey, Brenda, darling. Carol said, has anyone heard from Sabrina, A Touch of Elegance? I think that's right. Isn't A Touch of... Is Sophia. Is that not Sophia? Is that not who you're saying? Who is A Touch of Elegance? Y'all got me all confused now. Never in a Million done threw me off my game. She done threw me off my game, y'all. Let me see. Carol says she's been corrupted. She sure has. But y'all, she didn't bite. She didn't just nibble on that hook. She ate the whole damn hook and string, y'all. She is just that girl. She jumped in whole body. Whole body. Driven is saying thumbs up. Hey, King's Gift Basket. How you doing, Gloria? Welcome in, baby. She said, hey, everybody. Monique said, hey, Gloria. KOK said, we done corrupted Never in a Million. KOK. I'm trying to pull her over here to rehab. I'm trying. Never in a Million, you do know you can star 67 somebody and your number will not show up, right? So, get my phone number from somebody. Everybody got my number. Hit star 67 and call my number. I won't see your number. It'll show up anonymous. You don't believe me? Call somebody and put star 67 in front of it and ask them what they see. It's going to say anonymous or private or something. You need to call me, girl. You need to call me. You need intervention, and I'm here for you. I am here for you. Never in a Million is laughing. She said, I'm dying. I was shopping when you said you were coming for my keys. I bet you were. A day late. My dollars were short. I bet you were. Call me. Get my number. Hit star 67 and then dial my number. Monique is saying, hey, Chief. I don't know who you're talking to unless that's Never in a Million, because it's saying, no, it's saying Chef. Not Chief. It's saying Chef. I don't know. KOK said, hey, Monique. S. Marie said, never, laughing. Rolanda said, hey, still classy in chat. I have a chance to join in tonight. Nurses with my dad, so I have them. Yay, Rolanda. Take you some downtime, baby. I am so glad you chose to join us. Welcome in, sweetheart. Lisa said, hey, Miss Gloria. Lisa said, hey, Rolanda. KOK said, hey, Brenda. Never in a Million said, Sabrina, yes, I haven't seen. Carol says, she done gone on TikTok. Gone on TikTok, gone on. Watch. She gonna be on Whatnot. Watch. Everybody joining Whatnot. Everybody. I told you, like Felicia be birthing bosses. KOK is birthing Whatnotters. It's KOK. I'm gonna make a jingle, KOK, for you. Birthing Whatnotters. Y'all wait. I'm gonna make a jingle. Because KOK is birthing a bunch of Whatnotters. I'm not birthing. She's not birthing me. She's not birthing me. I promise y'all, I was about to join Whatnot just to go in and see what it was. I said, no, ma'am. I did. I told LBE, I said, Self, are you sure you want to do this? And Self said, no, ma'am. And I backed right on out. And I'm so glad I did, because now I'm hearing Never in a Million. Who was it? LBE. Who else was that was talking about going on? Rachel, now you know better. Rachel, now you already got it. You already best friends with Mr. Timu. Now you going to be a Whatnot person too. Now, Rachel, now I'm not letting you off, Rachel. Rachel talking about, I ain't going to TikTok now, but she on Whatnot. Lord Jesus. Like Whatnot ain't as bad as TikTok. Oh, Lord. Y'all. I'm over here full-fledged in rehab. Full-fledged. Y'all ain't getting me. Anybody need any? I need some support over here, y'all, to leave all y'all alone. Let me see. Expressions of great said, I'm not. Oh, there you go. I'm so confused. There's Sophia. Lord, I get these names mixed up. Oh, Lord. No, I do know that's you, Sophia. Crafty Leo said, right, Driven memories. S. Marie said, Crafty Leo, I'm wheezing over here. Oh, Lord. Alicia, I went to read Alicia and she is gone. Alicia said 159 watching and 156 thumbs up. Look at y'all. Y'all are coming through. I love you guys. Crafty said, Miss S. Marie, laughing. Driven said, classy, don't even answer private calls. Oh, yeah, you're right. I sure don't. I don't know how I would know that. You're right. She's going to have to message me on Facebook Messenger and then tell me she about to call. Because Driven, you know me too well. I am not answering no private number. You're right. You're going to have to message me in Messenger, Never in a Million. That's a start. Message me in Messenger. Everybody is laughing. Carol said KOK needs to go on even full wholesales. Lisa is laughing. Driven, yes, I'm going to write a jingle for KOK. It can't be just like Felicia's birth and bosses, because I don't want her suing me for what is that, copywriting or something. So I can't copy Felicia's song, but I'm gonna get a jingle. Where is Shamika? Shamika good at that kind of stuff. Where's Shamika? Shamika got to help me do KOK a jingle. Let me see. Just Gifted said, yes, Crafty, she got something extra in that coffee tonight. No, I don't. I promise you I do not. Y'all, that heat has gotten to me. And I'm trying to save my sister, y'all. I'm trying to save her. She has fell off the boat into the deep, deep water. And I'm trying to reel her in, y'all. That's all. Let me see. Alicia said, the Whatnotters. Yeah, she's birthing Whatnotters. She is. Never in a Million says, and then she's gone. Oh, fudge. I haven't whatnotted yet. I don't think my debit card can handle that. TikTok flash sales have took. See, that's what I'm saying. Same difference. TikTok, whatnot, whatever. All the same. Deborah Burrell said, love those concepts. Thank you, Deborah. Driven says, sound like a band. Antoinette said, well, my name is Antoinette and KOK has me addicted. I know. KOK, she's done it. She's done it. Rachel said, yes, whatnot is the bomb. The bomb swimming in that pool. Rachel, I am disappointed. I just knew you were going to be stronger. I just knew it. Alicia is laughing at Driven. Crafty is laughing. Sure does, Mama Sonia. No, I don't, y'all. Rachel said, I don't do TikTok because I never think about it. But all it's going to take is for a few people to get on here and start talking about it. And you're going bounce on over and take a peek. And that's all it takes is to take a peek. Rhonda said, I missed it. What's on TikTok? You don't want to know, Rhonda. Walk away. Walk away, Rhonda. That's what got Never in a Million, asking questions. Don't ask no questions. Just turn away from the light. Unique said, good evening, Classy in chat. Good evening, baby. Alicia said, the TikTokers and the whatnotters and the T-movers. Yes, Alicia. Yes. Rachel said, I've been going between Temu and whatnot all day. See, Rachel? Temu was bad enough. Now look at you. Look at you. KOK said, thanks a lot, Classy. Birthing whatnotters. That's what you're doing, KOK. You're birthing whatnotters. Driven is laughing. KOK says Alicia, and she's laughing. Let me see. Set apart. Rhonda is laughing at Just Gifted. As Marie is laughing at KOK. Crafty said, I'm a T-mover, Miss Alicia. That's my love language. Honey, I barely go on Temu now ever since. Well, I almost said something I shouldn't have said. But ever since somebody made it where everything went up, I've started staying off of Temu a lot more. That made it, we got spoiled to Temu before, and things aren't quite the same over there anymore. T said, I didn't know it. I bought about 25 to 30 blankets from Dollar General when they were on sale a few months ago. And you didn't know it either, baby? Divine Creation said, hello, still classy, my Libra sis, and all the classy ladies. Hello, darling. I was talking about you and S. Marie earlier. Man, y'all making me so tired and making me feel lazy. Because y'all two are working your buns off. Let me see. Carol said, now I have to say I was tempted to go on TikTok for the boards, Never in a Million shows, but couldn't figure it out. KOK said, don't put it on me, y'all. Don't worry. I won't have birthing nothing on my channel. I ain't birthing nothing on YouTube, she said. That's right, KOK. We cannot blame you, baby. Everybody is responsible for their own actions. Everybody is responsible for their own actions. KOK said, don't put no addiction on me. I'm not taking that title. Just Gifted said, hey, Brenda. Expressions of Grace said, hey, Nicole. Never Million said, I was looking around this basement today at my 87 pairs of house shoes and said, I'm not buying another thing. I'm up to my ears in Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secrets. Sonia is laughing at KOK said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am, you are not putting that title on me. Rhonda said, hey, the other Rhonda. Nessa is laughing. Lisa is laughing at KOK. Divine Creations is saying, hey, Brenda and Miss Sonia. KOK said, Sonia, they trying to blame me. Oh, no, I ain't having it. Y'all hear that right? Y'all shopping at whatnot is your own responsibility. And KOK, I remember you saying that before. That's why you didn't talk about that much. I can remember you saying that you did not talk about it that much because of that same reason. So that's right, KOK. We can't blame you. I'm correcting that. KOK said the attorney in KOK is coming out, y'all. KOK said the devil is a lie. I ain't got a thing to do with these people. Nessa is laughing. Lisa is laughing at KOK. Nicole said, hey, Brenda. KOK said, oh, I read that one. KOK is laughing at Lisa. Driven is laughing. Driven says, say it. Crafty is laughing at Driven. Never Man said, I ain't never been to Auntie Timu's house. Uh-huh. Sedona is laughing. Driven said, them folks president. Right? For whatever reason, we got too many taxes and stuff going on right now for me to shop at Temu. But I got to get some things now. I do a lot of my Valentine's shopping off of Temu, so I'm going to have to. Sonia said, I know, right, KOK? Don't let them put that on you. Okay, ain't going to let me. You see, KOK, that attorney will come up real quick. Don't you be putting that mess out there on me. KOK, She like, oh, no, ma'am. I try to order from Temu local warehouse, so I save the import charges. But we still can't get all the stuff. Yeah, we can't get everything we used to. Not for the prices we used to anyway. KOK is saying, hey, bestie. Nicole saying, hello, expressions. Rachel said, Temu still treats, I know they do. Temu treats me nice. I don't know what you talking about. You and LBE be acting funny with my friend Temu. That's why we not showing you all the deals. Hey, baby. I get it. That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to show me all the deals. That keeps my money in my pocket. That's okay. Deborah said, yes, love that red. Thank you, Deborah. Crafty said, never in a million. What? I go on Temu every day. Crafty goes on Temu every day. Never in a million said, the board sets are on Amazon too, but not for the price I paid. Rachel said, Crafty Leo, tell them your boyfriend hasn't changed. His boyfriend, no, he ain't changed. Just his prices have. Just his taxes has. Crafty said, exactly, Miss Rachel. I do still shop Temu, y'all. I don't think I'm down in Temu altogether. I still have to get some things from there. Falonda is laughing. Never mean said KOK. Said she objects, Your Honor. Right, never mean. I told you, honey, that attorney comes busting out real quick. Real quick. KOK don't like my jingle. Crafty said, ain't changed a bit. Esther Marie said, Rachel, I be so sick of that wheel. Girl, S. Marie, let's not even talk about that wheel. I always X out of everything. KOK said, Classy, I'm working with my own shopping fund. I can't take, I know you can't, baby. I know you can't. You know I am picking at you, darling. You know I am picking at you. Most of the time I close that wheel out. I'd always close it out. Always. I never even touch it. TikTok had Roseberry. Yes, never mind. Now that's one of the things I go on there for. I go on there for all my banners. You know, my Valentine banners, my Christmas banners, and all my banners. Father's Day, all of it. I go on there for all my banners. Let me see. KOK said, never me, and that's right. And she's laughing. Driven said, sound like you saved some money to me, never in a million. Loretta said, me too. I go on Temu every day. Not me. Oh, excuse me. KOK said, I'm going to send a cease. KOK going to send a cease and desist order to Classy. Okay, KOK. I won't say it no more. I don't want no legal action taken against me. I won't say nothing else about birthing whatnotters. That's the last time I'm saying birthing whatnotters. Never to me is right driven. Rhonda said, right, Crafty. They got me a couple of times. S. Marie said, I'll go back then, Crafty, maybe. Miss Didi said, you guys are hilarious. Girl, Crafty is laughing. Set apart, they'll get you. Be careful. Never to me and said, okay, not a deceased order. Yes, she will. I wouldn't be surprised if I get it in the mail in about 2 days. One of her little drawn up papers. Sedona says, still classy has City Trends in the pocket. Her store is named Classy Trends instead of City Trends. Yeah, I do love my City Trends, y'all. That is one of my weaknesses, I must admit. Crafty said, Mama T, nah. Esmarie said, Crafty Leo, please don't send me over there. Rhonda said, at Crafty, they sure did, and I was, oh, you sticking now, I close them all out. Yep, you slick, not stick. Alicia said, the law office of K.O. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, Alicia. Crafty said, hollering, Miss Esmarie, you won't be disappointed. No, but she'll be hooked. Never to me and said, how much is your retainer, K.O.K.? Classy. Your frugal name is now history. You're no longer frugal. I'm not even neck and neck with you anymore. I am way many steps ahead. KOK said, Alicia, my law license still active. Y'all better watch out. She said, I'm just kidding. I love all y'all. I'm glad you kidding, LB. KOK. I don't need no legal issues. Let me see. Nicole said, hey, bestie. Alicia is laughing. KOK Baskets, we love you. She knows I love her. KOK knows it. Never to me and my retainer, $5,000. KOK said, that's a criminal $5,000 retainer. We ain't talking criminal. We talking just, what is it called when you ruin somebody's name? Is that criminal? That's not criminal. Surely that's got to be a misdemeanor. That's got to be a misdemeanor. Slander, is that a misdemeanor or criminal charge? Crafty said, I've gotten so much money back from Temu. I know at least 10 of my orders have been completely free. I ain't gonna say nothing, Crafty. I ain't gonna say nothing. Let me see. Rhonda is laughing at KOK. Crafty said, not small orders either. Never to me and said, Lord, how many $35 one pieces I got to sell for that? Right. 5,000 biggins. Crafty is laughing. LB said, these baskets are beautiful, sister. Thank you, LBE. I appreciate you. Donna said, that's a civil charge. Okay. That ain't $5,000 retainer fee. Never to me said, put it in terms I can work with. KOK said, never to me, you can put me on speed dial 24 hours a day. Aw, not toward me, KOK. You can't take that case. That's a conflict of interest. You cannot take Never Million's case against me. Now, you know that's a conflict of interest right there. Driven said, civil and yesterday's price is not today's price. KOK said, yeah, slander, KOK. Never Million said, not with KOK you can't. You can't lawyer up with her. KOK says, slander is civil. Okay. Well, she can't take your case, Never Million. That's a conflict of interest. Anyway. I have a couple more, y'all. This is one with me putting it together with our Amber Glow. Because I know a lot of us have our Amber Glow set. So I did it in blue, y'all. And I know it's in a green box. I do not care. Okay. So if you got any of the Amber Glows, this is another idea to put in these boxes using a nice pretty blue blanket behind it. Or if you've got yellow to go behind the yellow one or the pink one or whatever, but y'all get the idea. Just put some pretty flowers right there in the middle. These are our Dollar General flowers. Just pop them in there with one of, with a candle or something and work that Amber Glow, y'all. That's a really cute set to put with that blue. So that's just another idea that you can do. But these boxes with these blankets, y'all, they wrap up to a really, really good, nice size. And like I said, I'll end up showing y'all when they're wrapped because the bow up on top is going to make them look even more, large and bigger. And so that's another idea using the amber glow and the blankets. Let me see. Where'd y'all go? Where'd y'all go? Never to Million is laughing. Nicole said, y'all funny. TP Custom said 143 pieces, Never to Million. Alicia said, oh my God, the blue. Y'all like that blue? Crafty said, beautiful. Thank y'all. Nicole said, that's pretty. Thank you, baby. Lisa said, gorgeous. Thank you, baby. S. Maria's loving it. Sophia said, love the blue. Thank y'all. Let me see. Where's the pink gift? Did I do a pink one? I have to look and see if I did a pink one. Let me see. Never to Me say, y'all crack me up. Loving the concepts, Classy. Thank you, baby. Benita said, beautiful blue. Thank you. Nessa's loving the blue too. That is beautiful. Blue is my favorite. Oh, wonderful, Rhonda. I'm glad you love it. Driven said, the box is awesome. Yeah, I didn't like the color of the box, but I don't care. It's what I've got and it's what I'm using. KOK said, oh my God, Classy. Thank you, KOK. Thank you. Queen said, Classy, I'm just loving these baskets. They're amazing. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate y'all. S. Marie said, LLC is activated. Fire. Thank y'all. I appreciate that. Alva said, the blue is beautiful. Thank you. Alicia said, I don't have the bath bomb, but I was able to find a couple of lotions and the body scrub. I have, I think, the blue buffalo check blanket from Walmart. I need to search for my blankets. Right? It's perfect, y'all. And they're so friggin' easy. Nicole said, I love those wicker baskets. Me too, Nicole. Me too. I love all the gifts. What are the blankets in? Baby, they're in the box they came in. Let me see. See these? This is what that came in. This box here. And if I took this out, I'm going to have to put cardboard and all in it to support it, right? And that box does not look bad. So I just took this off, took the paper off, and honey, I didn't even have any ribbon to match that. So I just took some tulle. I put some tulle on that and just wrapped it around the box. I took the, I didn't like the way that the socks looked in that one, because the socks look green, whereas the other stuff looked blue, and I didn't like that. So I took the socks out of that one. I did leave the socks in that one because I didn't mind the way that one was looking. But I left them in the box that they came in and put some tulle around it and tied a bow and just set it in there in the actual box. It's gray. It doesn't like stand out or, it's not offensive. The box isn't. So there's nothing on the back of the box. So I just left it in the box, and it held it up for me. I didn't have to rewrap it around any kind of cardboard or anything. So it worked just fine in the box. Let me see. More Create said that blue is beautiful. Thank you, sweetheart. KOK said, Classy's bringing life to these $2 blanket sock sets. Right, KOK? And it's so easy. I mean, absolutely so easy. Deandra is loving the blue. Alicia said, the color of the box brings out the color of the body scrub. Yeah, because that body scrub's kind of got that dingy look to it. I don't like that little dingy, dirty look on that body scrub. There's just something about that coloring through that. I know it's got the oatmeal in it, and that oatmeal is what's giving it that kind of brownish look, but I'm not crazy about that brown look that comes, that oatmeal that shoots through that on all the colors. They do it on all three of the colors. Let me see. Carol said that is pure pretty. Thank you, Carol. Crafty Fox said, good evening. Love, love, love this. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, darling. I appreciate that. KOK said, y'all got my tummy hurt, and I'm laughing so hard. I know it. Imagine me. Sean said, be to the beautiful. Thank you, Sean. TP said, okay, cute. Thank you, baby. Falana said, oh, wow, it looks nice still in the box, right? And the blue gift's beautiful. Thank you, darling. I wasn't taking it out that box and then having to wrap it around some cardboard and all that. Not me. KOK said, what do you do with the socks, Classy? Oh, I'll put them in another concept. Oh, I definitely don't get rid of them. I'll just put them in another concept with a lotion or something like that, or something else where the color blends for me a little bit better. But I definitely kept them. Gina said, dang it, I'm late. Those baskets are beautiful. The blue, though. Hey, Classy and everyone. Thank you, baby. Sedona said, I want the blue and the red. How much for both of them? I know. I hope everybody else feels that way. And for those of you who don't have the Amber Glow, of course you can use anything. But I'll show you another one I did with blue. And it didn't have the Amber Glow with it. Let me see. I just use, Lord, I'm about to knock the whole tripod over with my chair. This one I still use some of the flowers, but I just put one of the gift sets in there. Some more of the flowers and one of our blue tumblers. And that works too. So, it's whatever you happen to have in your inventory, of course. You don't have to go out and buy the Amber Glow, to still make a pretty concept. You use whatever you have. But there's another, option with the blue. Just put your little gift set over there, a tumbler, whatever you have. I mean, whatever blue you have, any of the I'm sure somebody's got blue in something, in some kind of set. So that's, two options on the blue. That one doesn't have a candle. You could have put a candle instead. So it's about just using what you have in the concept. So let me see. Gina said, I'm late, Sedona. Okay, I read that one. Michelle. Hey, Michelle, welcome in, baby. Hello, still Classy in chat, she said. Alva said, hey, Sean, S. Marie is looking. S. Marie is saying yes to the blue. Alicia said, I just thought I do have a blue container, and I have the Bodycology very vanilla set that can go with the blanket. Yep. Rhonda said, oh, that one's pretty too. Thank y'all. Sophia said, yes, it's the blue for me. Yeah, and there's so many things we can do with that, for sure. That blue gift takes me to the ocean, right? Right, exactly. I have so many other things that I can still do in here with the blue, because I still have several of the blue blankets and stuff. And I have plenty of other blue, items that I can get. Let me see. What is it? Crafty, I do have you a pink one, baby, that I did. Well, it's kind of peachy, but I have one. Let me see. Shamika said, hello, basket family. Hello, darling. Donna said, beautiful. Thank you, sweetheart. I have one that I did with one of the smaller boxes. Let me see. With one of the rolled blankets. So I did do you a pink, Crafty. And that's with one of the rolled ones. It's kind of peachy, but it's on the pink family. So there was another one, and I just put the rolled blanket in there with a candle and a whatever little gift sets that I had. Like I told you, I bring the blankets out, and then I just start grabbing stuff off my shelf, that matches with the blankets, So it's super, super, super easy, y'all, to put these together. So easy. Beginners, do not ever feel like you can't just put a gift together like within 5 minutes, because they're so easy to do. It's just about, matching, getting whatever you're wanting to go in it. Play around with it. If it doesn't fit, swap it out with something else. It doesn't have to take a whole lot of thought. Let me see. Crafty Leo is looking. She said, Alicia said 167 watching and 174 thumbs up. Great job, everyone. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Alva said gorgeous. Donna said lovely. Lisa said pretty. Crafty said that's beautiful. Your concepts are just fire. Thank y'all. Y'all gonna make me cry. I appreciate that. But yes, y'all, they are so easy. Y'all know that's what my channel is about. Just taking easy and making it pretty. It does not have to be a lot of expensive items. Y'all see this stuff is Dollar Tree and Walmart, Family Dollar. Every bit of this is Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, blankets, and some Walmart stuff. What is even from Walmart? I don't even know what's from Walmart. The potpourri and some of that green stuff. But none of this is expensive items, but you can make them look very pretty. And like I said, my key is to make whoever buy it proud to hand it to the recipient. And that's all we have to do. It's all about just making something look, as pretty as you can. It does not have to cost a lot to still be beautiful. Let me see. Crafty said, I think I still have some of those boxes. Yep, these are some of the older ones. I pulled it out my shed. Nicole said, oh, this peach, right? Carol said, driven. I'm eating a tomato sandwich. Oh, that sounds good. Driven said, what's in here besides tomatoes? Brenda said, hey, classy and ladies. Hey, Brenda. Driven said, are you using the tomato slices as the bun and have other stuff inside? Lord, y'all, they on the food kick again. Leola said, your concepts are very easy to make and I like them all. Yes, Leola. My concepts are always easy to make. Patrice said, I am just loving those colors. Thank you, Patrice. Carol said, just tomato and mayonnaise and salt and pepper, probably. Y'all look at me butting in. But let me see. Y'all, these blankets are so easy to do anything with, but I want to, we can put them in just about anything. But just always remember, like I've said, Kimberly said, hey, classy, I almost missed it. These are beautiful. Thank you. And yes, you did almost miss it. Was you not getting your feet done, girl? But anyway, I always, KOK said, they're all beautiful as always. Thank you, KOK. KOK said, hey, Kimberly. But anyway, y'all, I always like trying. Like I said, I do small gifts. Y'all know I do. Y'all saw all the little 3-piece and all sets that I did over there. Oh, by the way, I was going to show y'all. I'm trying to remember to, if I can, and if I haven't already taken them out of the room, to show y'all how things look. Because I've had people message me that several times and say that. I would love to see your items once they're wrapped. But I've told y'all the reason I don't wrap them and then show them to y'all is because the glare in my room in here, the glare is just horrible through gifts. So I will try to show y'all 1 or 2 of them the next week that have been wrapped. So just so you can get an idea of what they look like when they are wrapped. I know several of you has asked me that, but I'll try. I can't always promise that I can and will, but here's some of the ones I showed last week after they've been wrapped up. That was the lavender one. I had a different bow on this one, but Kimberly and I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. Kimberly and Driven Bow said, save that bow for something else. So I saved that bow for something else and put this one on. It was remember the other one, the tangerine, as Driven called it. So that was the lavender and the tangerine. Let me see. I don't even know if I can reach any of the other ones. Because see, as my room is more full of gifts, y'all, I just can't keep everything in here. The room is only so big, and I'm trying to create and still, wrap and bow. But I get it. I get it. People want to see them after they're completed. And that was the pink one I did with the, but y'all see the glare. So it makes it really hard for y'all to see it. What's in the gift. So that's why I wait, and I do that just for y'all. believe me, I would rather put my gifts together and bag and bow them and move them on out. But I try to get y'all to really see what's in the gift before I wrap them. So then I have to turn around after my live and wrap everything before I even start on my next batch of gifts. But I do it for y'all because I love you. But anyway, but that's why I don't have my things wrapped when I show them to y'all. You can really see them much better, you know, before they're wrapped. But I promise you, most of them do get wrapped and bowed. But that's why I don't. Just so you know. Let me see. Sophia said those boxes are so pretty. Thank you. Driven said, laughing at Carol. Crafty is showing heart. Kimberly is laughing at Never in a Million. Kimberly said, hey, Alva. Alicia says, still classy. I ordered a bow at all. I'm going to play with it this week. I love my Bowdabra, but I want to be able to make sure my bow loops are even. I've never even heard of a bow at all. I've never heard of that one. KOK said, so pretty. Thank you, baby. Carol said, just fire. Thank you. Alva said, pretty in pink. Driven said, yes, the bows. What's bow at all? Yeah, I've never heard of that either. S. Marie said, them gifts wrapped tight and right, baby. Yes, ma'am. Oh, the shrink wrap. Yeah. T said, love the idea about breaking sets up. Oh, yeah. I absolutely break up my sets, especially the ones that have, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces in it. They ain't all getting that. Nessa said, don't forget to put your completed gifts in clear plastic trash bags. You'll thank me next selling season. Oh, really? Okay, to keep any kind of dust or anything off? Is that what you're talking about, Nessa? Neverman said, Kim, you missed it. Classy just yanked my frugal crown in this mug. I sure did, Kim. Oh, yeah, Kim, you got to go back and watch the replay. You sure do. Alva said, hey, Nessa. Kimberly is laughing. What, never to me? Nessa said, yes. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Normally what I do is I have like a, you know, like a shower curtain kind of thing that's really light. That isn't, you know, heavy enough to mess my bows up. Not that we're not going to refluff. We all refluff. But I normally, when I've got a bunch of gifts sitting around, I'll drape like a really light shower curtain over it. Alicia said, my apology. Yes, the Easy Bow Maker. Now that I know about. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. But anyway, y'all, like I said, I was going to show y'all, you know, most of us, not all of us, but most of us have jumped on the LBE bandwagon with the cupcake boxes. This is the 6-cup one. And you can put these little blankets, you know, in that too. And I have, and I've made cute gifts with these, but let me show you. Where's a flower or something that I can show you? These will fit in here, and you can even do that with these small blankets. Maybe stick you a candle down in here or something, and a bow. And it does make a pretty gift, but I just still think that, you know, you can make, y'all want to take the time to straighten your, you know, your leaf out or whatever. But put you a leaf in there or whatever, put you a bottle of perfume in here. And you can do that as well and bow that up with one of your, and if you have a bunch of blankets, I get it. If you're just trying to get rid of a bunch of blankets, of course, that's not going to have that on there, y'all. You're going to have a little ribbon on it or something. And your thing's going to be up front with it. But you can do it. But which one do you think, like I've said before, which one you think you're going to get more money for? That in that cupcake box or the one over here? The size. And I keep going back to that size matters. You know what I mean? Yes, we can make beautiful concepts in some of these things. But some things like blankets, we can take them to the next level. You know what I mean? These are perfect. If you've got a bunch of little cheap blankets, there's you a 2-minute gift concept that you can make, bow it up, and you will sell it. So that is another option in these boxes. But if you've got a couple of more items where you can make it a little bit bigger and take that same size blanket and put it in something a little bit bigger, you're going to get a little bit more money. Is that beautiful? It would be gorgeous. Once you bowed it up, it absolutely is. But I personally think you'd be able to get, if this is sitting by this, you're going to be able to get more money for that. You know, not, and you can open these up and put them on board and make them look like that and put them in a much bigger, as we know, they're the same size, right? They're just not as thick, but they're the same size. Put it on some cardboard and put it in something bigger and get more money. But if you're trying to do something really quick, you're just trying to knock out you got a bunch of candles, you got a bunch of whatever, and a bunch of blankets, and you just want to make some pretty quick gifts, then absolutely, you can surely do that. That one would absolutely be beautiful, and you could sell it. And so that's another option, you know, in something just as simple as that 6 cupcake thing. Let me see. I'm going to just show y'all how quick these little things can go together here, y'all. Here's another. Get your paper in here. Where is this? Is this my smallest blanket? I don't know. Y'all, let me cut this open because I just want to show y'all. Do I have a pair of scissors out here? I don't even think I have a pair of scissors, and I don't think I can get in my drawer. Let's see if I can open this up. I think this is the smallest one. You can do it in something just like this. This is my, of course, you'd want to tie a ribbon on it, y'all. I'm just opening it up and putting it in here for right now. I just want to show y'all, for you new beginners, how quick something like this can come together with just anything. Absolutely anything that you have on hand. Let's see. Try to get you some pretty colors together. Okay. You got any of these? Now this is going to probably end up needing a backer, but okay. Can this fit? I think this can fit in here. Just showing you, y'all. This is just an example of how fast you can put a concept together. Now you'll want to raise that cup up. You know your filler is your friend, y'all. You're going to put however high you want it. Then you're going to put your shred or whatever. I'm just trying to show you how quick, how really, really quick and pretty you can make a concept within minutes. Okay? Like right there. Look at that. Just that quick. Just putting a few things together just that fast. Y'all see how fast that took? Literally. I mean, you can put any concepts together and do it in a matter of minutes. Just that fast. With the stuff you got. I'm trying to use up this stuff. I got a bunch of candles. Got a bunch of body scrubs. That's the kind of stuff I'm trying to pull out and make concepts with. So that's what everybody needs to do. Go into their stockpile. Grab what you have. Don't feel like we have to keep going out and buying all new stuff. Pull out what you have. These are cups I've had for a while. You know, I need to get rid of these body scrubs. And even though I showed putting that body scrub with a candle, y'all, look, I have did those. But there again, what am I going to get the most money for? I put one of my body scrubs with a candle. Now here I went ahead and put my candle and my body scrub in here, put a couple of more items together. Bam. Who's going to give me more money? You know what I mean? I get that we need these and there is a time and a place for these. I'm trying to, when I'm designing right now, this is part of my rethinking process. Like I said, I'm trying to get the most money with my smaller gifts. I'm trying to turn my small gifts a little upscale so I can charge a little more money for them. Okay. So that's just me showing y'all just how quick. And it's not just the little ones that'll go, you know, together really, really fast. The large ones go together just like that, newbies. All of my new people, they go together just as fast. It's just about finding colors, putting things together. Let me see. Now, this is not going to look as right. You are going to have to spend, I'm not going to act like you don't have to spend some time with things, y'all. You do. Here, hold on. Y'all give me a second. I'm really trying to show some of these new people how quick it is. Give me a second to wad up some paper, y'all. I got some over here, but I need a little bit more for this big one. Just please know, don't be intimidated with gifts. They are so fast. And I know some people, and the reason I'm trying to do this now is because people not only have asked me to please show them completed, they've asked me could I show putting them together as well. They're so easy. I don't want people to think that I'm sitting here doing something complicated and that they can't. So I am trying to show y'all just how quick they go together. Y'all don't have to see me put newspaper in. I think y'all know how to put newspaper in. You just wad it up and put it in. Let me see here. I'll grab my whatchamacallit, my animal print. Okay. And it's not going to be perfect, y'all. This is impromptu, okay? Impromptu, whatever the frig word is. This is not planned. Let me get you. Y'all are going to have to pretend that it's been unpackaged and that it's, let me see what I can even put in here, y'all. Oh. Did I just do that? I'm going to need a piece of foam board because that is not going to stand up by itself. And I'm going to need some flowers. Y'all, I guess I should have planned this a little bit better because everything is not in my reach here. Where is this stuff? Oh. Sorry, y'all. Give me a minute. I'm trying to help, but everything ain't in my reach. All right, here's one of the blankets, y'all. Let's pretend that we've taken the plastic off and that I just have it wrapped like just a piece of tool or anything holding it together. Now this is for my newbies. Y'all, everybody else knows how to make a basket, but I ain't even got a backer in there right now, y'all see? But I'm going to want to put a backer because when I put a few things in here, that blanket is going to want to fall back. So all I'm going to do is get me a piece of foam board. This one's probably going to be a little bit big, wide. So I'm going to cut it down. Any of you new people that don't have one of these, you might want to get one. They are fabulous for cutting down foam board or anything like that. So, and as you see, it goes super, 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 super quick. Just so you see, that beats the heck out of some scissors, okay? So if you don't have any of those, you might want to get one. You're just going to put your foam board down in the back. See that? Simple as that. You got foam board now. Now this isn't going to go anywhere. So put your blanket in here. It's going to have a pretty piece of ribbon in there. Let me see. I don't even know. That might be a little bit tall for what I got over here. Because this is what I had pulled out. Now, y'all, it ain't always what you pull out is what you use. But these are just some of the items that now see, that's too tall for me. Let me see. I'm going to change up, y'all. I don't always use what I pull out because I don't like the height of things or whatever. This is what I used on my, ottoman. That brings my height up a little bit more the way I want it. Let me see what else I can put with that. Put that in there. You get me some flowers. I don't have any flowers that's going to match. See, I don't like that white, that tan. Okay. And we don't have to like it, y'all. I've got other flowers, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to find me some cream. I want cream I won't cream with that because there's cream in this. That's not white. So, where is my, there we go. Get you some wire cutters, y'all. If you don't have wire cutters, you're going to need wire cutters. See, this is a cream. That cream's going to go better than that white. So I'm going to take these flowers out, which is what we do all the time, and I'm going to put these flowers in. So give me a second to cut these flowers. And these things cut this like butter, in case you're wondering. Just that quick, it cuts it. So I'm going to, how many do I need? 3. You can do this with any of, this is why you buy flower arrangements when they're on sale. Because they're super, super inexpensive and they are so easy to just swap out to whatever you need it for. So we're going to pull this one out. And we're going to put this one in. And you're going to see that color start changing immediately on what will match. Take this one out. I still want my greenery. I just don't want the white. So I'm going to make it work. Take that one out. Put this one in. Now look, just that quick now. Look what we've done. That cream is going to go much better with that set than that white. And look how long that took. Nothing, right? Okay, so let's find something else that we can put in here. Put it together. Stick something you got in here. Y'all know I'm trying to get rid of my whites, right? So I'm going to get rid of my whites. Okay. You can slant it. Some people like it straight up. Some people like things slanted. Y'all remember now, we're going to end up putting shred in here to fill up any of this gap stuff. Let's put this. I've got a face mask. We can do a face mask in here with it. And I got one more spot. God. Okay. Here we go. Put your candle in here. And then you want to fill in with any kind of natural shred or whatever. And you'll put your paper to make this tight. Put your stuff together. Get it however you want it to be. Tight together. But y'all get the point. You see how quick a large gift can come together too. And it's just about setting your paper where you want it. Put your little bit more paper in the back. And just that quick, you have a large concept. Just switching out a couple of flowers and putting something in there. Look how fast that came together. And that's one of the really large gifts, you know. And once you put that big old bow up on the top of that, you're going to have, you know, something that's really going to catch some attention. And y'all see how fast that came together. Just using what you have and switching out colors of flowers or products or whatever. Playing with your shred, you know, moving it around. Back up. If it's not what you like, switch it out to something else. But just know that these concepts are so, so easy to put together. And you design your own way. You design your, you know, everybody's got their own touch on how they like to do it. But my main thing is, it's fun, y'all. It is just fun to design. I'm out of breath, y'all. I'm trying to run out of here from room to room, getting flowers and products to put something together for y'all. And I don't normally move around that much while I'm talking. I normally ain't running my mouth when I'm working. But anyway, but I just want to show y'all, it's really quick and easy to put small ones together, big ones together. So I wanted to take a time. I can't do that on all my lives because y'all know we already run over so much. But I just wanted people to see, my newbies, to see just how easy and quick you can put really nice concepts together. So hopefully that takes off any of the intimidation that people just coming in to try to make baskets can be like, oh, I can do that. You know, now I don't, y'all see the things that are slanting. We didn't really secure it the way we're supposed to. But it will be fine once you get your tissue and your shred where you want it at. But the idea was just showing placement and height and that kind of stuff in filling up a basket. Okay. And if things don't work, swap them out. Swap them out until that you get that look that you want. Don't settle. Like, don't just settle with a white flower when none of this is white. Every bit of this is cream or tan or an off-white. So we want to try to make sure that, you know, our stuff looks right with it. Whew, I definitely need a drink of coffee now, y'all. I've been running around. Anyway, let me take a drink. But at least I have me another concept. Have me another concept together now for when I get off that I can already use and put together, right? Let me see, Lord. Let me see. Oh, God. Let me try to read. I know I done missed everybody's comments, y'all. Do. Sorry, y'all. I missed a lot, huh? Okay. Never did answer. Probably Timu Nicole. I didn't. Where did you get the different color roses? Oh yeah, Timu. Yes, ma'am. Driven said chocolate brown. Never did said probably Timu. Yes, ma'am. Timu. Lena said, okay, I keep checking when they restock. Driven said, we like it this way. What? When I had the name planned. Okay said, take your time. Nope, no planning. This is great. Yeah, like I said, people had been asking me. I wasn't planning on doing it tonight. I was planning on showing you this one, just a small one in this, but I wasn't planning on putting the other ones together. But I just want the new people to know just how easy it is to put stuff together. Let me see. Driven said, how it go, Aunt Deb? Never means a wow. I love Impronto. That's how I make all my. Yeah, see, I'd already had that other stuff over there to put with it. But you see how I had them gold lotions and stuff, and I didn't like the height of that. So I'll end up putting those gold with one of my smaller blankets, where the size will be much more proportioned than it would have been with that large blanket. And that's, you don't know that until you start putting it together. We can pull things, but then as you're putting it together, then you'll be like, I don't like that with that. That's too big. That's too small. That's too short. That's too tall. And you know, you just get that as you go along. Driven said, ooh la la. Never in a million said, I was tempted to buy one of those electric. Ooh, never in a million. Now that's one investment you should make. Now I will tell you that. Those are absolutely, oh my God, they are a game changer. I mean, game changer. Young Burn said, hello, Queen and everyone. Beautiful Soul said, never to me. And you putting them together fast. KOK said, yes, Classy, you rocking this gift. Thank you, KOK. I was not planning that. Driven said, you won't regret it, never to me. And you sure won't. Those cutters are fabulous. Nessa said, okay, now we cooking with fire. S. Marie said, go, Classy, go. KOK said, Classy ain't playing. Go, sweetie, go. Aw, y'all so sweet. Driven said, yeah, we wondering. Chant said, hey, Alva, honey. Never Million said, no, we ain't got to like it. That's so true. The ones I hate end up selling first too. Yep. I kind of have to like mine, though. I can't help it, y'all. I'll redo things sometimes more than I should. Let me see. Carol said, fire. Thank you, baby. KOK said, I'll buy it. Thank you, darling. Kimberly said, that happened to me at Easter at Never in a Million. I didn't even want to. I remember that, Kimberly. She said, my mama made me bring it and it sold. I told Kimberly all the time, we're our worst critics. We are so our worst critics. Kimberly said, this is gorgeous, Classy. Thank you, baby. Driven said, quick on your feet. Yeah, it's just, coloring. Y'all know I love colors. I love matching my colors. Sophia said, gorgeous. Thank you, baby. KOK said, it's fun designing life. It ain't to me. I don't like it. Y'all might like it. I'm not crazy about that. Like I said, I just wanted people to see how easy. I thought it would have been a lot easier when I grabbed the stuff I already had planned until it didn't work. But let me see. Never me. So right, Kim. That crazy 4th of July looking one sold so fast. Beautiful Soul said, gorgeous. Thank you. Vanita said, I love the finished product. Thank you, Vanita. Driven said, you're gonna need a one-on-one. I'm gonna need a one-on-one. What's your hourly? Driven, you already got me and you know it. You know I'll be on with you for hours sometime. And I'll tell you too, you know I'm honest. Alva said, your leopard concepts are always beautiful. Thank you. I love my leopard stuff. So that's pretty easy for me to design with this stuff because I love it. Donna said, fire, love it. Thank you, baby. Sophia said, classy. We want to see you design line more often. Girl, you see, I almost couldn't talk when I finished that one. I'm not used to working and talking. Believe it or not, I like sitting here and talking, but I'm not good at doing both at the same time. Auntie's Baskets of More is laughing. Miss Dee Dee said, what is that tool called? Driven, what is that? Because Driven sure went out and got it. Let me see. Zip Snip is the brand of this one. Now, I can vouch for this one. This one is the Zip Snip. I know a lot of people's got a bunch of other ones, but that's the one that I got. And it's made by WORX. And I got mine off of Amazon. They do have a couple of different ones of these. Lord, y'all, I got part of a heart sticker stuck on here. You can tell I'm a designer. Anyway, but it's by Works. And I just love it. I love this one. It's a little pricey, but to me, it's worth it. And it comes with a charger. And you just charge it and then unplug it in, and it lasts. God, it lasts so long on one charge. The key is don't lose the charger because it does last so long once you charge it that you'll forget where you put the charger. Won't we, Driven? You can lose that daggone charger. Let me see. Driven. Beautiful Soul said, me too. Driven said, I told her that 2 years ago. I know, y'all, but I get winded like that when I'm trying to talk and design. I'd have to do one of them silent, what is that called? A silent video. A silent video when I ain't talking and then do a voiceover afterwards. Let me see. Pam Green said, hi, new subscriber. Hi, Pam. Thank you so much. I am so thankful for you. Do you do gift baskets as well, Pam? Tell us a little bit of history about yourself. But I do come on normally, Pam, every Saturday at 7 Eastern time. Is that 6 Central, y'all? Or the other way around? I know I'm 7 Eastern. And I try to come on every Saturday. I would love to have you come in here and join us. And make sure you subscribe to these other ladies in the chat. Every one of these ladies are fabulous. Deandra said, that is pretty. Thank you, darling. Driven said, which one? The electric cutter. I thought that's what she was asking about when she said, what's that tool called? That's the only tool I used, I think. Where'd I end up at? Where did y'all go? Oh man, where did y'all go? Excuse me. I didn't even know that y'all had moved. Okay, new subscriber. There we go. Driven said, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. Absolutely. So happy to have her. Rhonda said, Lord, I love me an animal print anything. I just wish I could find some of those animal print blankets. Girl, I be always on the search for those. Anytime blankets go on sale. Driven said, yes, follow all the women in the chat. Yes, we have an awesome community. Never a Man said, it is fun. You ain't having fun, it can take forever. Oh, I love designing, don't get me wrong. Just being on here with y'all watching me, that's a, y'all know I don't do that much. But I've had a few people ask me that, so that's why I did try to start showing, putting certain concepts together. For you guys, but normally I kind of know what I'm doing. This one wasn't planned. You better show them skills I done taught you. Y'all know I'm lying, LOL. Sean, you know you are my mentor, darling. You will always be my mentor. Driven said, one sec. Sarah is sending hearts. Rachel said, she's just proving us old ladies can be doing quick. We will get out of breath. Rachel, we will get out of breath. Man, I can't talk and work now. I got to pick one or the other. I can sit here and talk, or I can get up and work. But I can't work and talk now. We got to pick one or the other. She said, I'm going to move at medium speed. I know, but I knew I had already been on so long that I knew I'd been on so long. I got to get all this stuff. And then I didn't know my darn flowers weren't going to match, or that my product was going to be too short. Anyway, and I didn't have to know I had to jump and run around room to room trying to grab something at the same time. That's too much, y'all. Too much. Never means that LOL, Sean. It's got your name all over it, LOL. Right? Never in a million. Beautiful Soul said, it stresses me out trying to make baskets. Oh, baby, it should not. It definitely should not. It is really very fun to put baskets together. Now, there are certain holidays at times don't get me to line. Kimberly is my witness. I'll be like, I'm so daggone glad when this holiday is over. Lord Jesus, I can't build another Easter basket or whatever. And sometimes I do. I just can't get into the spirit of a certain holiday. I think we've all been there. I know KOK has a blast building. And I remember KOK went through a rut where she just was not enjoying it there for a minute. You know, we all go through that rut. All of us. You know, but the majority of the time we enjoy it. But we can all get in a rut. And I swear, Kimberly had to hear me fuss for probably about 2 months. I don't even remember which holiday I was doing, Kimberly. But I'm like, I just am not. This is not. I think it was Easter. Because last Easter, not this one we just had, but the one before that, I had a blast. It was my first Easter. And I just couldn't stop making them. I was just loving it, having so much fun, coming up with this kind and that kind. And for some reason, the next Easter, I was like, good God Almighty, when is this going to end? I just did not enjoy this past Easter. I don't know why. Because the one before that, I absolutely loved. So we all go through it. All of us go through it. But man, when they come together, and then you start seeing these pretty concepts, you fall in love with it all over again. Especially when you get out there and start getting that money. You fall in love with it again. Let me see. Nessa said, great live tonight, Queen. Thank you, Nessa. Nicole said it is. Nove by Bonnie says, cute with the hearts. Thank you, baby. Donna said, your baskets always look department store ready, classy. Thank you, Donna. Pam said, loving your gift set. Wish I was so talented. You are, Pam. You are just as talented. Every single one of you in this room is just as talented. It takes a little bit of practice, and that is it, y'all. It's just a matter of starting to play with the stuff, y'all. Put them in. Look at the size dimension, pick your colors, and have fun with it. But you are definitely, y'all saw what happened there. We got newspaper in there, put a backer, put a blanket, and just move stuff around until it fit. That's all it is. That is absolutely all it is. This is too much, take some out. This isn't enough, I need another piece, find something else that fits there. And using risers and raising stuff up when you need to. I didn't have to on this one, but I am going to have to show y'all one day things that need to be, you know, when you have to raise something at different areas in your basket. Hey, y'all, another thing, for those of you who go to the bin store, I went to the bin store this past Wednesday, and I didn't get much, but I did get some kind of transfer tape that a big roll of it for $1 that I know was definitely supposed to be more than $1. And I do know I've heard people use that with their Cricut. So I called LBE. I said, I took a picture and I said, is this something I need? And she said, depending on the cost, I said $1. She said, sold. So I know it's something I'm going to need when I learn to use my Cricut. So I got a big thing of that transfer tape for $1. But anyway, while I was in there, they were going through and cleaning out and with big trash bags and just throwing away little boxes, y'all. Like little size boxes, the size of jewelry boxes and a watch box and all that kind of stuff, where people open up the boxes and just throw the boxes back. And she said, we're throwing them away. Absolutely, you can have them. So I started grabbing some small little boxes that I had gotten rid of before because I was on my throw away everything mode, get rid of this junk. I can get more when I need them. But I threw away all my little small boxes that we need for risers. You know, there's times when we need the little small ones, and it's hard to find awkward sized boxes for small things. So I grabbed me a whole bunch of the little boxes, you know, that so that I would have for risers. I'd be grabbing the girls' Happy Meal boxes, taking their little plushies out of it, and using their Happy Meal toy box that the toys came out of. You know, that little size is just big enough for what I needed to raise something up. But anyway, the bin store will let you get all that as they come empty. So that's just a little hint if any of y'all need any really, really small boxes. I know they have them at Walmart and the department stores, but these were just really good, sturdy boxes that came from Amazon in really small, you know, little things. So I did grab some of them for my risers. Let me see. Driven said she put a link to Amazon. Oh, for the cutter. Nicole said, is the coffee cold or hot? Baby, I don't drink cold coffee. It is hot. It is hot. That's all I drink is hot coffee. Alicia said, absolutely stunning. Thank you, baby. Driven said, the candle cuddle case. Which box is that? Because I stepped out. The candle what? What is the candle cuddle case? What is that? I don't know what you're talking about, baby. Never in a Million says, and just stick 3 pinches of shred in there. Yes, absolutely. And I don't use a lot of shred, y'all. I will go back if I've got a little bit more gap here. I'll put more newspaper down here. And then if I have a little spot here or a little spot here, I'll throw a little bit of shred. But my shred lasts me forever because I'm sticking toilet paper wherever I have a gap. And then I'll put a tiny bit of shred on top of that newspaper. Don't try to fill up what you need with shred. If it's more than this much of a finger part for me, I need more newspaper because my newspaper is going to be all the way up, even to where my shred's going to be. And I use such little bit of shred that I have to take my tape. I'll take my tape and I'll pull a piece of my tape off. And I'll turn it double-sided because I don't have any double-sided tape. I guess I could buy some double-sided tape. I've just been doing this now for so long. And I just tilt my tape like that. And if I have a little bit of spot here, because my newspaper is going to be all the way up here, I'm not wasting my shred. And I'll stick this little piece of tape right here on the very top of my newspaper so that I can put just that little bit of shred on there and it's not going to fall out because I taped it. Because, you know, when you've got newspaper all the way up to the top and you put some shred in there, a lot of times it wants to try to fall out. I just take a little tiny piece of tape. My newspaper is going to be all the way up. I am not using hardly any shred. And I'll stick that right there like that. Put my little bit of shred there. And now my shred ain't going nowhere. So when I say frugal, I'm frugal, y'all. I'm not using much of my shred. Some people, I'll sit and watch people. They'll take that bag of shred, and even though and see, I didn't put enough paper there because, y'all, this was not planned. This is way down too low. See how many fingers I'm getting down here? That needs more newspaper. And believe you me, it will have more newspaper. But I've seen people do that, and instead of grabbing another piece of newspaper and crinkling it up and filling in that spot, they'll take a handful of shred and stick in there. What? Why are you doing that? And I'll be talking to some of y'all on the camera. Put that shred back in the bag. Put that shred back in the bag. You're using too much shred. use newspaper or your filler paper, y'all. That shred is just to give it that completed finished look. It's not a filler. Don't use your shred as a filler. Um, anyway, that's just a frugal tip, y'all. But yeah, if you've got gaps like over here, I can put 4 fingers down here. That's going to be all newspaper with just a little bit of shred right there on the top. Um, please don't fill and waste your shred. Please don't do that. Y'all, this is another thing I found on in the bin store. I didn't want any that looked super super real. I ain't trying to have nobody rob me. Um or grab my stuff and run, or be able to try to use counterfeit money and all of that. But I did find a box of movie prop money, and I got me some to stick in my little wallets. This is really faded. I know on here it looks brighter, but in person it looks really faded. So it does not look real in person. On here it kind of looks a little real. But y'all, I messed up and got some wallets from Amazon. Um, and I think I bought like friggin' 40 wallets in black and brown. And I hate them wallets, y'all. I don't know why I didn't send them back. They look like a piece of folded black cardboard or brown cardboard. You can't even tell the darn thing's a wallet. I've tied ribbons around them. I even put one in a gift and asked the girls, can y'all tell what that is? Danielle said no. I mean, it looked like a piece of black cardboard with a bow tied around it. So I'm going to have to prove what that is. So I got me some money, and I'm going to do like Nessa has done in hers. And I can't remember who else I've seen that's did that. But I'm going to stick some of my play money in here out of my wallet and let it kind of hang out a little bit out of my wallet so they'll know that's a wallet. Because y'all, I'm going to tell y'all, them Amazon wallets I got, you can't even tell it's a wallet. I can't stand them. I cannot stand them. But I got to use them. So now I got some money sticking out. So hopefully now they'll be able to tell that it's a wallet. But it ain't real enough where somebody's going to try to pass off a $20 bill in the store. So I did get that. And y'all, my yard sale story. Let me tell you about my yard sale story. That was one of Danielle's, I told you, one of her things that she wanted to get done on her bucket list for the summer. Anyway, so I got her up this morning. I tried to get her up last week, and she wasn't having it. So I tried again this week, and she did. She got up. So we went to the yard sale. Y'all, she walked up to a yard sale. And this child has been begging me for a Juicy Couture sweatsuit. And, you know, we've tried them, and they've always been a little bit too big in the waist or too long in the leg or cost too much or whatever. We walked up to this yard sale, y'all. They had a Juicy Couture pocketbook in a hot pink and brown. Oh, it was beautiful. Beautiful. That woman charged me $5 for that. No, excuse me, I'm lying. $10. First she said 15. And I said, would you do 10? And she said, sure. And then she said, if she likes Juicy Couture, I have a sweatsuit over here too, brand new, never been worn. And I walked around and went over there and got it. And I said, oh, and it was hot pink, and it was so beautiful. And Danielle loved it, and that's the color she wanted. And I said, well, how much would that be? She said $5. I said, Lord, God is good. My baby got her a Juicy Couture purse and sweatsuit for $15 for the two together. Because I asked her would she do 10 on it, and she said yes. And then I walked around, and she had a bunch of perfumes over there that she said had been given to her as gifts, and she only wears like a certain type. So they were brand new. So I got some for $1 a piece, y'all. I got some of the gingham body mist from Bath and Body Works. I got some of the Decadent Plum body spray from Victoria's Secrets. I got some of the strawberry cheesecake body Collegies. And then there was a bottle of perfume that was brand new, but y'all, I'm not into name brand stuffs. So I thought this was just a little generic bottle of perfume, but the perfume, I mean, it was pretty. And so I took out my phone and I Googled it. And how about that perfume was $120? It was Kate Spade. Yeah, Kate Spade. And it was a 3.3 ounce. So it's the largest bottle that they sell. And I took a picture of that on the Google thing where they can look it up. That bottle was $120 for the 3.3. A dollar. A dollar is what I paid for it, y'all. Kimberly said, girl, she had just went with her sister or cousin or somebody to a Kate Spade outlet and bought this same bottle of perfume and spent over $100 for it. It's $60 on at Pennies or Belks for a 1 ounce. This is a 3.3 ounce. So I got me a over $100 bottle of perfume for a dollar, as well as a Juicy Couture purse, sweatsuit, Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secrets, Bodycology. So that was a pretty darn good yard sale, y'all, if I must say so myself. So that was a real blessing. Let me see here. I know I have missed y'all. I'm going on long tonight. Y'all, are y'all still with me? Some of y'all still with me? Because I did not mean to be on this long. I have 177 people still in here with 200 likes. Y'all are the bomb diggity. I really appreciate y'all hanging with me tonight. Let me see. Let me see. The candle. Okay, I didn't know what that candle cuddle case was. Never. Oh yeah, about the shred. Donna said, beautiful soul. I get that way often. You're not alone. Carol said, classy. It's not easy. It takes skill. But y'all see how easy that but y'all see, maybe just by watching some of us, y'all will see that it's not really that hard. I design very basic, y'all. I don't do anything complicated. I try to be transparent with you guys. And that's why I just showed y'all 2 or 3 different gifts and that I put together in like 2 minutes. I don't design complicated. There's not one of these gifts on this table right now that is complicated. Every one of these gifts can go together in a matter of minutes. I don't design like that. My design technique is simple, basic, very, very, very basic. It may be a skill to make something look pretty, but it's not hard to put it together. It's just a matter of learning your colors and what things go together with what and what height can be a thing. You know, you don't want everything to be straight across. You know, I mean, you do want it, you know, to have balance. So I guess, yes, okay, I get that. But once you learn that balance, and being able to just put something in there and back up. Because see, I don't design like this a lot. I don't like, sometimes I like things to be kind of like this. Other times, like right now, I'm like, nope. I had a longer candle in here and I took it out because that side was sticking up higher than that side. And I didn't want that. I wanted it to be kind of level on both sides and then a pop in the middle. You can make things look, and some people like it like that. You know, my thing is, I kind of like things to make sense, if that makes sense. But everything doesn't have to be the same level. But it is, I don't know. As you start designing more, you will have your own technique. You people will look at a basket and kind of know you made it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Unless you're like me and Kimberly, because me and Kimberly can design almost identical sometimes. I've sent Kimberly a picture of my concepts before, and she thought it was hers, because we design real similar to each other. But most of the time, you're going to have, your own way of designing. A lot of my stuff does look a lot alike, but it's just how I design, I have to make myself switch it up sometimes because I can almost make things look too much alike, which is why I really work hard with trying to make sure I do different colors. because some of my things can tend to look, a lot alike. Um, but anyway, that's normally my things look a lot alike when I'm designing one particular thing. Like right now, I'm working on these boxes. Okay. So, yeah, my boxes are going to look a lot alike because right now, that's just what I'm pulling out to get ahead. I'm trying to get ahead and have some Mother's Day and some Valentine's. So, y'all going to be seeing a bunch of mix match, right? So, right now, I'm kind of working on boxes. Then I'll start pulling out my canvas bags. And then those will start looking a lot alike because I'm working in my canvas bags. You know what I mean? And a lot of things when you're designing are going to look a lot alike. At least that's how I do. When I've got boxes out and I'm flowing with my boxes, I stick with my boxes. And I do them until I kind of get tired of those. Then I'll switch to a different type of container. Or like right now I'm working on blankets. Next week I may be working with pajamas. So those pajamas may look a lot alike, but it's not like we're selling all of them at one time. You know what I mean? I'm going to have some of these boxes. I'm going to have some of my canvas. I'm going to have some of my bags. I'm going to have some of my cake boxes. So just because right now that's what I'm doing all at once, that's not all that's going to be on my table. I'm just getting a head start on my boxes. And then I'll get a head start on my canvas bags. But it's not like, oh, dang, Classy, all your stuff looks alike. Maybe with my boxes, because that's what I'm working on right now. I'm just doing a lot of boxes. Then I'm going to do a lot of canvas bags. And I'm going to do a lot of cupcake boxes. And I'll be working on my smaller gifts, my cupcake boxes. So as I'm working on them, you'll see a lot of similarities. But that's just what you do when you're trying to get ahead. You get a flow going, at least I do. I get a flow going, I'm going to knock them out. I'm going to work them out. I'm going to keep going. Because once you switch to that new container, I have to get used to that container now. My design technique has to change up a little bit. If I'm in one of them round Family Dollar containers that a lot of us don't like to work on because they start squishing down or get unlevel, then my whole design technique has to change up because now I'm designing in something round. And so once I get a little comfortable now with my round container, I stick with that for a minute. And I got a flow going with my round container. But all my round containers aren't going on the table at once. So everybody designs differently. Once I get comfortable and I'm kind of going with one thing, I stick with that for a minute until I can get enough of them made up. Then I can put them aside and go on to something different. So y'all are seeing me when I'm in my getting these boxes done. So a lot of things may look alike. But then when I go on to something else, that'll have a different kind of look. Just like when I go to my cake boxes. They're not going to look like my boxes because they're cake boxes. So that's just how I do because I have to kind of get used to something when I get into it. So that's why y'all are seeing so much of that with me right now. Danielle, you trying to ask me something?
Yeah, I was gonna ask when you're gonna be finished.
I can't hear you, honey.
I was gonna ask when you're gonna be finished.
When I'm going to be finished? Why, you want to watch a movie? Okay, I'm coming. I'm going to cut it short. Well, I can't cut it short. I've already been on for over 2 hours, but I will definitely give you some quality time, baby. So I will get off. Let me see here. I think I read that one. Let me see. Kimberly said, I don't know how I was making it without the cutter. Me either, Kimberly. I do not know. Driven said, LOL, Kim. Driven put the link. Patrice said, beautiful. I can't get to my items that fast. Girl, you saw me out of breath. I couldn't get to mine that fast either. I was running around trying to get these things. Nicole said, will that candle melt with the way it sits in the basket? Which one? This one? No, I actually tilted that on purpose because I like my white. And see, some of these have lids. That one had a lid. Y'all, a lot of mine, I take the lids off. I like the natural look of a candle. Like this one had one of them sleeves that slid over it. I didn't like that on there. I like my that's just me. There again, that's me talking. I like my wax to show. I want you to see you're getting a candle. So just like this one, I intentionally turned it that way. I didn't want it to be straight up like that. I don't like that. That's me. That's just me. I tilt it just, even if I have to stick more newspaper underneath the bottom, I wanted it tilt just enough where you're seeing that wax. When you're looking at it front on, I want you to see the wax. I don't want you to just see a jar. That's just me though, y'all. That's just a tweak I have with my own. I know that looks just fine, but I tilt it because I want that wax to show a little bit. Normally, when y'all see me decorating with candles, it's going out on a holiday that is not really hot. I would not take candles out for Father's Day. They wouldn't have lasted even in my car. When I take these out, I don't take a lot of candles out when it's hot. I just don't. So, and if I do, I will keep them in an air conditioned vehicle if they have the candles in them, and I will let them know, or I'll rotate. I'll keep them in the car for a minute and then rotate it out with something else. And I know that's a little extra work, but I don't care. I don't want my candles melting. So, but normally when I take a lot of candles out, it's on a holiday when it's not going to melt. Now, I have seen people actually take a candle and do it like that. Now, they're definitely in an area where a candle is not going to melt, because I'm going to tell you, there ain't a single holiday that they make in my town where I would tilt a candle that way. I can't do it. I cannot tilt a candle all the way that way. I've seen them done, and I see a lot of people do it, and they say they've never had any issues, so they live in a different climate than I do. Some people can literally take a candle and tilt it that way. I cannot, but I can tilt it that much. And no, I have had no problems with my candles melting. I watch my stuff like a hawk, and I will rotate stuff out. But that's just a thing with me. You do not have to tilt it that way. I do it on purpose because when I'm looking front on, I want to see wax. That's just me. Like I say, you don't have to. Um, anyway, let me see. Do do do. Gloria said, "Beautiful gift, still classy." Thank you, baby. Um, Driven said, "It's not going out in the heat, so it should be okay." Right. Driven said, "Hours and hours." KOK said, "I tend to use my box cutter more than the Works cordless scissors, but they are wonderful to have." Do you really? Oh, I don't use a box cutter, y'all. I'm too dangerous, KOK. Woo, girl. Me and Kimberly, we're accident prone. We are accident prone, y'all. We got band-aids for days where we constantly are cutting ourselves, slicing ourselves up, burning myself. I'm accident prone. I don't mess too much with a box cutter. You tough, KOK. Yeah. I'm not very trusting with to be able to use I'm scared. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just scared. Um I don't do box cutters. Let me see. Driven said, "I ain't as fast as y'all." Driven said, "I use both too, KOK." Not me. I do not use a box cutter. Mm-mm. Scared of them. That cutter is everything. I have used mine tonight on a project for church. Yes, I love it. Kimberly said, "I have that same one cutter and I love it." Yes. Patrice said, "That beautiful gift is not going to sit on the table long enough to melt." Thank you, Patrice. Alicia said, "Can you change the blade?" Yes, I'm sure you can. See, it's got that screw right there. So, yep, I'm sure that's how you change it right there. But I've never had to, and I use this thing all the time. I mean, all the time. And I've not had to yet. A lot of them, some of them come with a blade, so I know you can. Mine didn't come with a blade, but I think Driven's did. I think Driven came with an extra blade. Mine didn't come with a replacement blade. So I'm sure eventually I'll need to. But y'all, I've been using this for what, over a year continuously, and it still cuts like butter. Let me see. Driven said, well, I don't know what Driven said because I touched it and she is gone. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know where I left off at, y'all. Oh. Oh, I think y'all were talking about when I'm going back up here about the yard sale. Oh, she was happy with that bucket list event. That's awesome. Yay, Danielle. Congrats on the great buys. Thank you. One of a kind said, I bet she can't wait to wear it. Nope, she can't. Dollar for the win. Yes. Beautiful Soul said, great finds. KOK said, score, right? Excuse me. Donna said, you scored, Classy. Yes. Linda said, oh, yes, honey. Keep on keeping on. One of a kind creation said, my mama would say, y'all stumbled up on a blessing. Yes, we did. And of course, I left her a business card and I let her know that, you know, if she come up with anything else along the lines of these perfumes or anything like that, please give me a call. Benita said, still here. Okay, great. Never Man said, right, KOK, the Kate Spade outlet is still so expensive. Dyra said, oh my, what great luck on that tag sale. The best story of the night, right? Anita said, these gifts are stunning. Thank you, sweetheart. Carol said, love you, Classy. Gonna have to go to bed. Been exhausted lately. Sleep well, baby doll. Love you. Leisha said, I had a spirit moment Thursday, so this week is widowversary of my husband passing and have been emotional to a point of exhaustion. Was driving to work and 1/4 of a rainbow was between two clouds. Aw, baby. You always handle it so well. Your marriage was absolutely amazing. You have such a testimony and a blessing to talk about all the time. Nicole said, you all have a blessed night turning in early. I bet you are, my hard worker. Love you all in Jesus' name. Love you back, sweetheart. Driven said, good night, Nicole. Driven said, 100. Loretta said, good night, Nicole. More Create said, good night, Nicole. Alicia said, I was not raining nowhere. I've never seen a rainbow with it was not raining nowhere. I've never seen a rainbow with no rain. It was a sign from God because he knew how I was feeling. And it just reassured me that God is here with me. Thursday will be 6 years. Absolutely. Absolutely. God will find any way he needs to get messages to us. We know that. Alicia said, good night, Nicole. Never Mean said, so true. Even with colors, you can force them to work too. I know you can, baby. By matching like color, you can tell whose gift is who, too. LOL. Yolanda said that in her video today. You really can. Nicole said, hugs driven. Nicole said, long week and tired. Thanks, y'all. More Create said, prayers, Alicia, and the rainbow. KOK said, bye, bestie. Beautiful So said, your hard work is coming together, Nicole. It sure is. Never Man said, I can spot KOK's design from a mile away. Yep. Hers are so unique and her items are so fabulous. One of my favorite stockpiles. And Nessa, yes, I was about to say, you can spot Nessa's too, and Wendy's. Showstoppers are one of a kind too. Yep. Beautiful Soul said, I agree, never in a million. Anita said, hey, Driven, didn't see that you were greeting me. KOK said, thanks, y'all. Yes, ma'am, KOK. Driven said, that's okay, Anita. Chat moves fast, and I'm sweeping and typing. Never in a million. Sometimes you'll have some items out to make a basket, and I'm thinking, that's no work. But lo and behold, you work those. Yes, she does. And I'm going to tell you, and if she didn't, you'd never know it when that bow went on. Because, baby, that bow going to bring it together no matter what she's got in that basket. Let me see. Vanita said, great live stream. Enjoy your family. Yes, it's precious. Yes, I am. Believe me. Never Man said, laughing out loud, I don't be knowing either if it's going to work. LBE said, you rolling, sis. Thank you, baby. Driven said, 50 million tabs open in my head, but long as I'm being productive, I'm proud of me. Right? Catherine said, hello. Driven said, never to me. Hello, Catherine. Driven said, never to me, and you brave. One of a kind said, never to me, and LOL. KOK said, never to me, and you can pull a basket together. Yes, she can. Yes, she can. And like I said, and when she puts that bow on it, girl, it's a done deal. A done deal. That's why we say, y'all, bows are important. They are really, really important. They can truly make a gift too. Let me see. Driven said, then 120 degrees May through October. KOK said, yes, Driven. Denise said, you have a link for the cutting device. I think Driven put it in here a couple of times. Driven, can you put that link in again, baby, for the cutter? Driven said 2 seasons, Ice and Hades. Yes. Never Mean said, thanks, KOK. Oh gosh, I lost y'all again. Driven said, yes, I haven't had to change the blades either. KOK said, Denise, she put several links, yes, for the electric scissors. Benita said, I saw a former co-worker slice her hand with a box cutter. Yeah, I'm scared of them. And didn't get stitches. It left an ugly scar. I've been afraid to use one ever since. Yeah, I'm too accident prone, y'all, with that kind of stuff. Driven said, you're good, Classy. Never to Me said, you'll be here till Christmas trying to read these comments. Go enjoy your girls. I know, baby. I know. Let me see. Let me go on up. I have some Mother's Day baskets left over with rubber. Should I take them out to sell for Christmas? Girl, you know we be following from holiday to holiday. What didn't sell one holiday will definitely go back out that next holiday. Let me see. I would always have gifts to sell the next holiday. Yes, my next holiday to sell baskets is Sweetest Day. I'm getting ready now to make 15 men baskets today at work. I have a flea market booth on the weekends. All right now, wishing you wonderful sales on that. Alicia said, may the rainbow I see reassure everyone that he is with us and his healing for Hope and Katrina. Yes, yes, yes. Amen and amen. Donna said, Never to Me and bows are always on. Yes, her bows are fabulous. Off the chain. Fabulous. Let me see. Driven posted again. Thank you, baby. One of a Kind said, KOK, when I saw your Mother's Day baskets for the first time, I couldn't believe that it was your first time designing gift baskets. KOK is awesome. Alicia said 163 watching and we have 212 thumbs up. Man, y'all hung in there. You 163. I appreciate y'all, but y'all heard my baby come in here and ask me how much longer am I going to be. They ready for their Nana, y'all. I make men and women and kids sweetest. Okay. And they always sell out. Awesome. KOK said, thanks. One of a Kind Creations. Driven said, thanks, everyone. Yes, thank y'all for hanging with me tonight, y'all. I hope any of you new basket designers learned a little something tonight. I kind of stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit to just kind of show y'all how easy and quick things can come together. So hopefully everybody took a little something off of tonight's live. And that I was able to help someone with something, if nothing else, but just to have a good laugh. I always enjoy you guys. Driven said, have a great evening. Awesome live. Thank you, sweetheart. Never Mean said, yes, prayers for Hopes and Katrina. Absolutely. Y'all make sure y'all tune in to Shant the Queen Facing tomorrow. At least peek and look and see if she's there. I don't know if she's still in here or not to let us know. But y'all look for her in the morning. Donna said, really enjoyed the live. Good night. I enjoyed every one of y'all. And I am about to run, y'all, because Danielle's wanting me to watch a movie with him, and I'm not going to be able to watch it much longer. I'm going to fall asleep myself. Sophia said, awesome live. Have a blessed night. Thank you, baby. Benita said, prayers for Hope and Katrina. Absolutely. Yes, Unique. Watch the replay. We covered a lot tonight. We had a lot of laughs and went over a lot of stuff. So make sure you do. And appreciate you coming in. Maria, I didn't even see you in here. Were you in here all night? If not, make sure you catch the replay, baby. We had some good laughs up in here. Alicia said, great live as always. Thank you, Alicia. S. Marie said, great live, still classy. Thank you, S. Marie. Linda said, everyone have a great night. Stay safe and be blessed. We'll be waiting on you next Saturday, classy. Go enjoy your kids. I sure will, hon. Thank you. Benita, thank you for the hearts. Good night, everyone. Good night, One of a Kind. Shant said, good night, everybody. I lost this sleep fight. I bet you did, baby. I told him to catch you tomorrow morning, though. Maria said, I just came in. I'll watch the replay. Okay, baby. KOK said, love the live. Thank you, baby. I love you, and I'm so glad you hung with me the whole time. Anita, thank you for the hearts. Y'all are awesome. Hope to see you guys next Saturday. Stay prayed up. Stay blessed, you guys. Let me see. Good night, Still Classy. Good night, more. Leola said, I learned a lot from this live. Good. I'm so glad. Crafty said, great live, Still Classy. Everyone have a great night. Thank you, sweetheart. Yvette said, good night. More enjoyed the live. Thank y'all. All right, guys. Anybody that was in here that have not subscribed yet, please take a second and hit that subscribe button. We would love, 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 love to have you here on our Saturday evenings, okay? Until next Saturday, guys, stay safe, stay prayed up, and I love you. Bye for now.